Yo, good morning, Raptoria. Welcome back, everybody. Good to see you here for a little bit more Foundation. Oh, yeah. Was it Thursday today, too? All right. Almost Friday. Another day for RV there yet. Another day for Project Zomboid. And one of our favorite city builders returns. More Foundation, which had a recent update on the 26th of November, which is pretty cool. Give me a moment. I'll get it up on screen. It's opened up on another monitor. I think my graphics card updated, and so it likes to move things around. Anyway, good to see you all. I hope you're all having a wonderful week, and I hope you'll have a wonderful weekend. And we got Christmas next week, too. Christmas Eve and Christmas Day on Wednesday and Thursday next week. And the week after that, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, too. Basically on the same days, Wednesday, Thursday. Got a little Parkitect coming up, but more importantly, we got Raft coming up on this weekend. Big Raft playthrough on Saturday and Sunday, hopefully. We'll have everybody getting some hand in and kind of playing for the first time. We have played Raft before, we have completed Raft before, but it didn't feel complete. So this will be kind of our first quote-unquote run. And the nice thing is other people will be streaming, so everybody gets to see, you know, everybody's points of view. So hopefully we got everybody ready with backup plans. Hi there. I'm here. All right, let's see if this works. Hey, there we go. Yes, 20 years on YouTube today. On April of 2005, the first YouTube video was uploaded that one of the guy at the zoo standing in front of the elephants in the red jacket. And now, as of today, on the, the 18th of December 2005, I made a YouTube account. I looked it up, by the way. 18th of December 2005 was a Sunday. So I must have basically been either going into the last week of school for the week before the holiday, or I was already on like vacation or whatever. And I can remember right before making my account, spending a lot of time like watching YouTube videos right before making my account. So YouTube really started to become popular at the end of that year. And I think I was watching a bunch of history videos or something like that. And then I wanted to make a comment. So that Sunday, on the 18th of December 2005, I made a little old account, and here we are. So it's it's been an amazing occasion for sure. So we got a lot to cover. I'm going to have a video up a little later today about my thoughts on the last 20 years and hopefully 20 years going forward. And we got a lot of games to play in the future, too. So if you want to see what's next, exclamation point schedule, exclamation point schedule to see what we're doing next. Exclamation point schedule, exclamation point schedule. Every day and all day it should be updated, and we got a lot to do. Too many games, too little time. But it's been an amazing time. So we'll be celebrating all probably today and this weekend, and then we got Christmas to celebrate and New Year's to celebrate. Lots of good stuff to look forward to, and including more Foundation. So let's get started. Should be a good time. Let's get back to Cute and Bjorn and see where we left off. We're just going to do some chill building this morning before some chill, not so chill, RV driving, and then some Zomboid, which actually, Zomboid could be a little chill. It could be chill. Zomboid can be chill. It can be chill. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. Okay. Whoa, where are we at? 20 years, yeah. I didn't make videos that whole time. It's not like on 2005 I uploaded my first video, but the channel is that old. And I started around like 2010, 11, 12. Uploading kind of serious videos. Oh, it's on pause. Bum, 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 bum. You started your YouTube in February 2006? Oh, really? What? I don't think this market is done yet. Oh, right. I remember what we were doing. It's been a couple of weeks since we played, so I'm trying to remember everything. We cleared out all this land, and we've zoned it for housing. We got a little church there, building a little marketplace too, and I think, oh yeah, this is like our, like a little police department here too. I really wish these buildings looked a little different. Like, The treasury, the manor, and the watch posts kind of all look like the manor, to be fair. But I do like how you can blend them together. Like you could have a treasury, tax office, manor kind of all in one. And it's a good idea to do that. Oh, yeah. The wooden train game Tracks is still your most viewed video. Yeah, kind of weird. Like you'll just randomly do something on... You can build an audience by doing one thing, and that doesn't matter. One random spin-off video will take everything over. But that video's had a long time to generate views. But we got lots of videos that have over 1 million views that are close to like 2 million views. It's pretty awesome, actually. Will it be a monastery? I mean, we'll put one in here for sure. We'll probably have to buy this land up here and cut down all the trees. But I'm just going to kind of watch and see what happens. I think we're still building this building. Oh, no, it's all good now. Patrol area is too large, so we need... more people. Working there. Might need to build some more towers too. But we'll see how it goes. No access to housing. What do you think this is? So weird, this game. Bum, bum. The area in green is for residential homes, and the pink area is for the watch. What do they call it? Watch post to go patrol. Oh, there we go. Yep, they're building that marketplace still. So when and if more people come in, we'll put them over there at the stalls. They'll move in eventually over here when they've got jobs too. So like the people that I just asked to work in the watch post, they'll move in over here. And then they'll be a little far from a market. They're not too far from a market, actually. There's one right over here, which isn't too far. But of course, we want to make them closer. Bum, 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 bum. Villager pass still blocked. Oh boy. Bum, 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 bum. Artemis, what's up, man? Yes, we have one of the best communities out there too. A lot of great people watching all the time. Developers watching. Great thing is like devs will watch the streams and take notes based on my feedback and such. I'll like chat will be like, "Oh, that was weird," and I'm like, "Yeah, that was weird." And then they'll take notes. And I know they take notes because sometimes they'll message me in my email and be like, "Hey man, could we get a copy of your save? Like we want to see if we can recreate the issue you were having and stuff like that." The Altars did that. Gas Station Simulator did that. A few city builders did that as well. And, you know, like the folks over at Farthest Frontier added bear mode as well to continue to troll me. So they also participate in our community memes and such. Yeah, go look. Farthest Frontier now has a bear mode. I might upload a video on that on the weekend or something like that just to laugh again. Maybe I'll just fire up Farthest Frontier and do a quick little video on how to access the bear mode and then just go build quickly because that game is a hoot. I really do enjoy Farthest Frontier tremendously. I think it's a great game to play in any way. What I hope for Foundation is that eventually they make kind of a more harder mode to Foundation, so that way it can appeal to everybody who wants like kind of a more challenging military focus. And I want Foundation to kind of be a little bit more like the Settlers or like what we played recently, Pioneers of Pagonia, which is made by the maker of the Settlers, and have like little bandit camps and stuff out there where they'll steal from you, and then you can send out your military to go deal with them. Kind of like in Manor Lords when there's the brigand camps that are out in the woods, and you can send out the retinue or the militia to go address the problem, you know. It's kind of hard to make progress in all these games now because I honestly, with Foundation, Farthest Frontier, Manor Lords, Ostriv, those are like games I could play. And I say this about a lot of games, but in terms of like city builders, those are like really similar yet really different games at the same time, where your skills in one can all equally transfer over to the other. Like especially in this game and like in Ostriv, the roads are kind of made the same way. Like the roads in this game are all made from the AI trying to walk from one location to the other, the shortest distance. But if you do that, they'll try to walk through the fields and stuff like that. So you got to put up fences or tell them, hey, this area is forbidden. So to get them to stop walking through these fields, I had to put up these fences and stuff like that. So it's a really interesting way to do that. Did Ostriv get any updates? Yeah, the developer is constantly tweeting out. The developers from Ukraine, so as you could imagine, there's some trouble with getting updates out frequently, but is still going strong. And he recently uploaded a picture of like somebody's crazy save where they had an insane amount of homes in a little space, and the dev was like, okay, I got this save now. This person sent it to me. It's gonna be my new what do you call it, benchmark to test the performance of the game. So you know, to ensure that the game runs smoothly, he's going to use this guy's save to make sure that, you know, like anybody who gets real crazy with the building, you know, like he's got a way to test to make sure it's optimized, which is great. But anyway, big thanks to Jessica B for the 10 months, and thank you, Jessica, for being in many a video and live stream too. It's a little busier being a mom now, but Jessica's been in quite a few Survivor streams, especially of 7 Days to Die. Jessica loves those zombie games, and Zomboid too. Jessica Z should be her new name. The Z stands for gamer. Yeah, Austria's very much like this too, where you got to fence in areas, otherwise people will walk right into them. Which I really like. Like, I really like in Ostriv how you can... Like, what I want to do in this game sometimes, too, is like, you know, we've got kind of an industrial area over here of smelters and miners and stuff. I kind of want to just put, like, a little wall around them to kind of... Because these buildings are kind of the same. They all look kind of the same. So it'd be kind of cool to make an entrance into that area. And you could do that in Ostriv, too, where you make, like, a... kind of a big farming area, and then you can put a gate on it. Your boys are teens now. They can take care of themselves. All right, Jessica, we'll pencil you in for a midday RV There Yet stream. We'll finish up strong with Zomboid this evening. How's that work for you? 205 out of 1,000 coins. Good. Feels good to make progress in this game. I love it. Oh, you're happy to be sharing the anniversary. It feels good. 20 years without being banned by AI in the last 6 months from YouTube is an amazing accomplishment. Imagine that. The AI hasn't banned me yet. The first 19 years were free. The last year has been a little rough. I was a little nervous. I mean, just to kind of, you know, highlight where we're at. Like in 2016, there was the whole adpocalypse where YouTubers were just basically being demonetized for no reason. Everything was copyright. Like, you know, somebody played, like, I can still remember somebody played Grand Theft Auto, and the police, somebody like flagged the police sirens for copyright, and like YouTube went super hard into like sterilizing the platform, and so nobody knew what they could say. So it was like, can we, you know, there were all these horror stories where it's like, can we say hell and damn and crap on our channels anymore? So everybody who was like, you know, reactionary, edgy content was like, hello everyone, welcome to my little channel. Like, nobody knew what the hell they could do. Like, nobody wanted to get their channel nuked because YouTube was heavy-handed. And now, like I told you the other day, I heard a story of somebody getting their channel deleted because they were linking off-site. They had their Gmail, which is a Google mail system linked in like their description, and it was, quote, leading people off platform. So imagine that. A gaming channel, like, publicly listing their emails so people could contact them. Dude, that's criminal activity. You can't do that here on YouTube. You're leading people off site. It's like, what? What? Bro, there's authors and people all over YouTube who are like, hey, if you want to get my new book, links down below in the description to go like to Amazon to get my new book or whatever. Or hell, we do that here all the time where it's like we link, you know, down below in the description, there's a link to the game via Steam. I'm leading people off platform. Am I going to YouTube jail? At any moment, if they decide, they could just pull this BS policy and then ignore you. Thank you, Jay, for the hundo bits. Appreciate it. And I know I complain about YouTube every day, and that probably won't change because now they're just getting embarrassingly loud with their incompetence, and it has to be called out. All creators need to band together and just call them out every day. Otherwise, they're just not. It's just going to get worse. The channels I know you guys like this channel, but there's got to be some other great channels out there that are going to get shafted. Celebrating the laborers. Okay, what do we got? Raise the current happiness of the village to 75. Currently, we're at 91. Let's go. Let's throw a party. Did I see Jay was playing Zomboid this morning? I did. It's pretty cool. Glad to see people streaming without me. It's good. They don't need me, but it is nice to be together and work on something collaboratively. I mean, I'm really thankful that like all these people have trusted me enough to like come stream with me. Like even if they didn't have a channel or didn't really use it too much, you know, there's been people who come on here who don't stream at all and don't have any videos, or stream on occasion, or just want to like help out making videos, and they like the community and they like me and they just have fun. We've had many of you join in Farming Sim, Construction Sim, Valheim, and many other games, and I've seen some people who their schedules work better. You know, there's some people who've streamed with us and they've kind of started their own subgroups where their schedules just link up better, so that they just, you know, they're all free at the same time, so why not? You know, why not just game with each other? And a lot of people from here sub to them, but, you know, they got to keep spinning the plate, you know. I show them the ropes, and then they got to get in there and not be a bum. They got to get in there and throw some punches. Don't be a bum. That's good. Times are good. Okay. Oh, we have no wheat. Oh, but we have plenty of bread. Oh, is it? Oh, they're growing wheat again. How do we burn through wheat so much? We harvested all that wheat and it's just immediately gone? I need to import grain, but I think we can only import 100, which isn't that much, but it's better than nothing. All right, let me put down some towers too. Let's get some security going over here. Where is security tower? Is it a tower? Village Watchtower it's called. Okay. I feel like the church tower needs to provide a little bit more range than that, you know? I think the range is determined by how tall the tower is, but I feel like you could see a little I feel like this range should be doubled. Like a little bell tower of this size, you could see all the way to the tree line. Ah, well. Oh, we got guys still working here. Well, I think these guys are all done. I don't think there's any more trees to cut, so let's go ahead and turn that off. And how much wood do we have? 888 logs. Okay. Wow. Crazy. Cecilia, thanks for the upgrade to a bear cub. Thanks for being here. It's crazy, guys. We're almost up to 500 million views, too. Like, we're almost to 500 million views. That's crazy. I'm glad you guys found the channel and wanted to subscribe. It's really awesome. Lukester with the 45 months. Happy 20 years. Very thankful for you, bro. Hope you have a fantastic day. Same to you. Thank you guys for tuning in when you can. I mean, now that the channel's a little older, you guys are older too. Some of you have started watching when you were just teens and now you got kids. Or you're running businesses or both. Or you started your own channel and you're busy and you come by when you can. Hell yeah. Thanks for watching. And Cecilia with the 5 bomb for the chatters too. How nice. Oh, by the way, P.O. Box stuff real quick. If you're wanting to send me something for the for Christmas or the New Year's or holiday, whatever, still feel welcome to send stuff. Exclamation point P.O. Box. It's never too late. I'm sure people have sent stuff weeks ago that's still, you know, caught up in customs or transit or whatever, and it'll get here eventually. And so even into late January, I receive stuff for Christmas, and if that happens and, you know, you feel bad about it, don't. Like, that's really nice that you guys even send a card. Like, people just send Christmas cards, which is nice, or whatever. Just like a whole, hey, love watching you, you know, that kind of thing, which is awesome. So we'll probably do an unboxing next week, or maybe I'll do one this weekend so more people will be around. We're going to do the raft stream, but maybe I'll take a few minutes to do an unboxing of what we've gotten so far. And then I think next week's going to be pretty busy. I don't know if I'm going to have time to make a run to the P.O. Box or anywhere. I've got some special things that just happen. But things will be all right at the P.O. Box. They'll watch that. And then we'll see what happens. But don't worry. We'll do unboxings before and after Christmas. It'll all be good. All right. It looks like everybody's pretty happy here. Wait a minute. Why are these guys at 30%? Who's this 30% person? Oh, refined food. Don't we have, like... We have no bread at the stall, but we have 69. Nice. Bread. It's got to get delivered. Who was it that sent a recipe? Oh, damn. I can't remember, but I have it in my kitchen above the sink. I remember that. Yep. It was somebody who's it's a guy who's here pretty frequently, but not Crispy Bacon. Although I am a little disappointed that Crispy Bacon hasn't been sending me recipes. No access to refined food. I think the only refined food we have at the moment is bread. Or actually, wait, we are making cheese, aren't we? Oh yeah, we got 21 cheese too. Are we not selling cheese here? Well, let's have one of these switch to cheese. I think maybe I was saving the cheese. Common clothes, fish, berries, meat. Maybe I can make another little cheese market. You're not sending any bears? Well, that's good. Where did I, Oh, wow, we got 11 people. Okay, so now we can open up this market. Wow, 8 people working over there. Okay, let's get berries, meat, fish, bread and cheese. Then we'll do clothing and common wares. I'm not making candles yet, so we'll let that last guy go do something else. Houses are threatening to downgrade. I think that's because the military patrol hasn't come by. That'll probably be fine. Oh, good. Success. The villagers have been delighted. Visitors. Beautiful. Happiness still at 93%. Pretty good. And we're still trading. So we're at 221 out of 1,000. I don't even know who we're importing from. Let's see what's going on there. So we go to the Royal Book. We need to import from... Oh, from Davenport. Okay. So we're buying from Davenport. We got fish, quartz glass, marble, common wares, gold ore, gold bars. I might be buying fish from them, maybe, and common wares. Those are the only things I can import. Yep. Okay, so fish were at 350 and common wares we're at 42. So I'll import up to like 100. Gonna be a little expensive, but that's fine. We'll get a good bonus for it. Anthony's birthday today too. Yes, I remember that. You'd mentioned that earlier in the week that it was going to be your birthday. So happy birthday. Nice. What ratio of bread production are we using per population? Oh, I don't remember. It's been like a week since I played too, so I forget the numbers. But you know, honestly, in this game, it seems like for wheat fields, the answer's got to be more. Like if you have a town that's like this size, your wheat fields almost have to be 3 times as big as this. And I don't think I can get enough wheat, even if I import it. What I've been wanting to do here, though, and I think what we will end up doing is, as I buy more land, I think we're going to take these goat and cow farms and put them further out of town, and then try to continuously produce wheat a little closer to town. I feel like food is purchased more frequently than clothing, but clothing is worth more. So they buy that less, but it's still worth like the same amount of money. So it's good money. Importing, or rather producing things and selling it is good cash times. Money good, me want. I don't know what I had planned around here. Well, we got to build some other industries over here to keep people moving in. I got a sawmill here, and we're pumping out planks. That's good. I could probably do some upgrades on that, too. Happy 20 years. Thank you. OG YouTuber. That's right. That's me. Oh, yeah. Progression. Candles, cooperage. I think we'll get onto those things pretty soon. Once we get some more population going. And we have 900 wood now. Crazy. Delighted visitors again. Where's our other sawmill? There's one there. Okay. And one there. Okay. Thought I had a third one. I do, right there. I always like to keep all the production buildings close to the source. I like that. Okay, we got 5 free people. Well, that's good. We got tons of wheat coming in. So bread will be ite. Mm-hmm. And try a square neighborhood here without making boxes. Things have been improved so that way they'll make higher density in a smaller area. Then we have plenty of room for services and other things around them. But more houses getting built. Not as frequent, but still good. They're getting what they need for the market. Looking good. You think you first found me on Google Plus when we first started? Oh, right. I forgot about that debacle, too. There was a point on YouTube where YouTube was trying to compete with, or rather Google was trying to compete with Facebook. So they created this thing called Google Plus, and they were shoehorning and forcing all of the YouTube creators to try to create like a YouTube Plus profile. So you'd log in with your YouTube Plus profile rather than like your email account or whatever you were trying to get into your profile. So everybody had to like register through Google Plus or something like that. It created an awful mess, and I think it made my account somehow a brand account. And of course I've talked to YouTube about this, and there's nothing they can do with this billion-dollar company where they ban people instantly with AI. There's nothing they could do, which is a shame, because if you have like a normal YouTube account, you get all these free gifted memberships you can give as the creator to the chat. So like 5 gifted memberships a month I should have been able to give to chat. So, you know, I think YouTube's had membership gifting for about 5 years. So, you know, 5 times 12 times 5. That's how much they've stolen from the community with their incompetence and refusal to just flip a switch and make it an account that can just give out gifted memberships. Theft. Do you remember Stadia? I do. I thought Stadia was actually kind of cool. As a YouTube creator for Stadia, we did some experiments where chat was able to click on a link in the chat and games would open in their browser and we were all able to play together. I think we played Dead by Daylight and like Bomberman or something together. And it was actually quite cool. Like as a streamer, chat got to play free games with me instantaneously without installing anything or worrying about performance. And I was able just to host a fun community stream without even really having to have any sort of setup for it or whatnot, and like tell people, oh, hey, you have to have this 25 gig game installed before this time, and then everybody's got to line up. Nope. But of course, it was actually cool and worked, and so they cancel it. Stadia also had like a physical controller you could buy in a box or something like that that you could plug into your TV. But it was a way to stream games and it actually worked pretty cool, and so thus canceled. Didn't benefit the shareholder. Line wasn't up enough, so thus it's gone. Can't believe it. I know they don't care too, by the way. I may have told this story before, but in 2019, YouTube wanted me to go to New York to meet with them and a bunch of other creators to talk about how to make YouTube live streaming better. And we gave a lot of feedback, and they actually did. Actually, I couldn't believe they actually listened to some of the things we said. And of course, we said gifted memberships, gifted memberships, gifted memberships, and they were like, yeah, maybe, we'll see. And they implemented that like 2 years later. But one thing I remember is that they gave us a gift pack. And I was like, I'm not gonna be able to fit this in my backpack on the way home. Like, is there a way you could ship this to my like home address? And YouTube was like, oh yeah, sure, no problem. So they put my gift box, which had like the Christmas sweater that I wear and a few other things in it. And they must have had an intern do this, because inside the box that they sent to me was the box of my stuff. And then also they sent a bunch of Google Pixel phones in this box. So what had happened is everybody who was working for YouTube at this event was given a phone so they could all keep in contact and whatnot. And so sensitive company corporate data was on these devices. Possibly, right? There was a lot of secret stuff that they put on all these phones, I'm sure, right? I mean, it's company phones. There's got to be access to things that nobody should see except for those people at corporate. So I get sent these things. I tell my YouTube rep, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know what happened, but somebody sent me like it was like 5 or 6 phones, Google Pixels or whatever they were. And they're like, oh, okay, well, I'll contact some. And as you could imagine, YouTube swiftly took action. And within like 24 hours, a box was delivered to my house so I could send it back. As a trusted creator, you know, they trusted me with, no, of course not, nothing. They didn't, there was never a follow-up, and I'm still in possession of possibly millions or possibly billions of dollars of YouTube secrets. A creator you invite to one of your events gets sent 5 to 10 company phones, which could have billions of dollars of secrets. I don't know. I mean, maybe. Launch codes could be in there for Google's nukes. I have no idea. But, no, we don't give an F. Whatever. We don't care. Wow. Imagine that. Imagine that. So if you think they care about banning hundreds of thousands of people per second with their AI, just imagine that. I think they're still over there in that box. I can't believe it. Yes, I still have the phones to this day. Just negative Fs given. YouTube actually owes Fs to the bank of Fs. They're overdrawn in Fs. But just like their court order to reinstate somebody's channel that they were wrongfully found terminating, which they haven't done and refused to do, there ain't no way they're paying the bank of Fs back either. They've actually acquired the bank, and now it's part of the U.S. Bank of American Fs. Because, you know, banks have to have the word America, U.S., or like first in there. First National U.S. American Bank. Because that brings trust and integrity. Yeah. Just like YouTube. Can't believe that, man. Yeah, those plans that contain the secret plans of the Death Star. What I believe is they must have something, because if you think about YouTube and Google logic, there must be something incredibly mega ultra valuable on them. Because if there was nothing on them, they would have wanted them back right away. It was just a regular old. If they had accidentally sent me a toddler's Fisher Price My First Phone, the one with the wheels, you know, that, and you can press buttons like the cow goes moo or whatever, they would have had a team of their. Like the Turks from Final Fantasy VII would have been outside my door wanting the damn Fisher Price phone back. But I've got 6 phones from YouTube and not a word. So this is how you know, like, when we talk to our reps and stuff, if I can't tell them about, like, their YouTube national secrets, like military equivalent of military secrets, and they don't care, I mean, it's just a dial tone whenever you talk to these people. That's it. When and how did you decide to make this your full-time job? Well, when I realized that there was so many people who, beyond just you guys, there's an incredible amount of you who support the channel and love the channel and are always here. But the moment that I also realized I had support from friends and they wanted to go traveling and have me over and stuff like that, I realized, the full-time stuff was holding me back from doing what I was more passionate about. Like, I could work a 9 to 5 and that's no problem. But what I do here on YouTube takes probably like, 12 to 16 to 18 hours a day, depending on what I'm doing. And it doesn't feel like anything at all because I truly enjoy making videos, hanging out with you guys, showcasing new games, and sometimes traveling to studios to meet with developers who are making games and ask them questions about things and, call them out on things and see how they respond to certain questions and see if there's any sort of, attempts to like dodge the question or be shady or whatever. And it looks like most people in the industry are actually quite nice. And they want their games to succeed and they want to make good stuff, but things get in the way, like, corporate and HR and other things that are just detrimental and impactful to them just trying to like make a good game. That's why a lot of people love indie games, because there's not as much of that BS to like meet quarterly goals and appease shareholders and like all that other garbage. So I didn't want to deal with that garbage either. So I thought, okay, well, rather than going to a meeting about a meeting to talk about a meeting to meet about last meeting where nothing actually get, it's basically like I went from working at Google. I didn't work for Google. To then working for Google. You know what I mean? Like I'm adjacent to being in the beast. Yeah, I realized my job was getting in the way of me actually committing to something I was good at. At places I work at, you find ways. We've all had this happen before. You work at your job and you find way better ways to do so many things, and you report that to management and stuff, and you're like, hey, rather than carrying one of these boxes from point A to point B at a time, these boxes are light enough for us to carry 2 at a time. No can do. No. And then you think to yourself, wow. And this is when you start thinking, maybe I should start my own company. Maybe I should work for me. Maybe I should take my skills and my education and start my own business. And it's more possible than ever now for people to, work from home and provide services digitally, whether it be like taxes or legal services or whatever, record keeping, bookkeeping, stuff like that. So for me, it was just like, wow, these other people, I've told you about some of these FedEx stories before. Like, I got a talking to once, chat, for putting a FedEx label upside down. I was like, oh, my bad. And they were like, no, this is an egregious crime. Wow, how could you do this? It's like, well, was the package delivered? Packages face many different ways on those conveyor belts. We ship out 1,000 packages a day. This one was upside down. My bad. I didn't realize it went that way. Oh. And this is what we had to have a meeting over. Was a FedEx label being 180 degrees. And at this point, it's like, okay, so you're just trying to start fights. This is like when 2 people bring something to the potluck. Oh, you brought brown beans in a crock pot to the event, and I brought them too. You brought chips and salsa to the chips and salsa event like I did. Oh, now I gotta find ways to get back at you. And it's like, okay, and we're gonna do the petty revenge stuff. I'm out. I don't have time to work at a daycare. I gotta get out of here. How can you put it upside down? Well, it's like when you put a stamp on a letter. Like if you took most stamps in America are like the forever stamps that have the U.S. flag. Like imagine putting a stamp upside down. Like, do you think the post office would not deliver that? They would. There's no issue. No one cares. Is the stamp present? Yes. Deliver. That's it. So there you go. Congratulations on the 20 years. Thank you very much, Quicksilver. Thank you. Petty politics suck. Yeah. Well, it's just a lot of people being babies. Like we had One lady we worked with at the office was in charge of ordering pizzas, you know, whenever there was Pizza Party Fridays or whatever. Hey, we're a multi-giga megacorp, but we can't raise your guys' wages. We want you to do more work, but we want you to work for free. But to keep you complicit, here's a little bit of pizza. And so when they would order the pizza, this lady was like, she really didn't have a lot of control over her personal life outside of work, you could tell. So rather than working on that and working on herself, it's way better to try to control other adults. So this lady would like print out arrows and, you know, she was trying to make a one-way pizza buffet or something like that. So rather than having capable adults who have, you know, authorization from the state to be notaries and multiple degrees in accounting and can pilot an automobile and make the mortgage payments on their own homes and raise kids, they are not trustworthy enough. Luckily, she was there to print off arrows and, you know, corral furniture together in a way to try to force people to go through the pizza buffet line, you know, in a one-way fashion to increase efficiency or something. I mean, the desperation to try to... yeah. So that's why I'm here today. Is just like the laughability of being like, really? And a management like that too, because it kind of, you know, it cracks the whip. You ever hear that song from Lord of the Rings before? It was basically like, it was like this song. It's like where there's a whip, there's a way. It was basically getting into that pizza line was just basically that.
There's a way. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Left, right, left, right, left. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Left, right. A crack on the back said, we're gonna fight. We're gonna march all day and night and more. For we are the slaves of the dark Lord's sword. Left, right, where there's a whip. There's a way. Where there's a whip, there's a way.
That's basically it. So when I realized, wait a minute, I could just step out of this line and I don't have to listen to adults acting like babies. I'm out. And here I am. FedEx labels and one-way pizza lines became too much. This became incredibly petty, and it's just like, yeah, you guys are wasting time over feelings and not actually working. These people were allergic to work. They didn't want to do their jobs. They wanted to scold everyone else for not doing theirs. Like, what are you, NKVD? You KGB? Hell out of here. Toddlers, dude. I don't know why they didn't have diaper parties. Hey guys, we're going to buy diapers because we're all babies. Let's all gather around. Do we want the Barney ones or the Winnie the Pooh ones? No, I'm out. But I didn't. Of course, I didn't come to that realization till later. I knew something was wrong, but it took the brainwashing, and the propaganda is so strong that it takes a while to wear off. That's why with my friends, when I'm like Raptor, when's the next time you want to stream? Well, we could do let's do a Christmas stream starting at about 8. Let's start at 9:58. Give you guys you know, we'll give you guys 58 minutes to be with family and friends in the morning of Christmas, and then the rest of the day we'll really, you know, we'll catch up for the loss of time. Some people don't get that. Like, you will think I'm crazy when I make jokes like that. I know I'm joking, and I sound deadly serious when I say that, and I am too. Like, I'm serious about doing this, but I know there's moderation. Like, you can't go all in all the time. You're more corporate than corporate, exactly. And this is why I know how to torture BK with the terminology of EOD, circle back. And when I heard that she knew that stuff and it drove her nuts, that's how I knew we could be friends. You hate this BS as much as I do? Hell yeah, let's get mad together. And that's how you really truly make the best friends of your life, is not the good things that bring together, but the things that make you mad. Well, maybe not mad, but that you just don't, you'd prefer we're different, let's say. I'm not wrong. Bum, bum, bum. But at least here, chat, when Google and YouTube do things, or games that do things that are just insane, at least I can talk about it, and, you know, you guys can hear my opinion on things that are happening. All right, well, speaking of what's happening, what are we working on now? Okay, we got plenty of fish. How are we doing on that goal? 221. We got 41 wares. I did put in an order to buy more stuff. Are we out of space, maybe? Doing wood over there. We need like a general common goods storage. Oh. No. You need to action that and ensure it's marked in correct folders in triplicate. Yeah. Yeah, chat knows the pain. So if you're working that, you're not... If you're working in those situations, you're not alone. You just have to grin and bear it. And, these, you know, the people who put you through that stuff are just trash. You know how it is, chat. The beatings will continue until morale improves. Which I swear is something I read, like, in, the first time I read some things like that, I remember I was playing Abe's Exodus for the PlayStation 1. And in Abe's Exodus, while you're playing that game, there's like LED screens that will like display messages in the background. And you read some of these messages, and there's these guards in the game that are equipped with guns called, I think, sligs. And they walk around with these mechanical legs. And you play these characters called the Mudokons. And one of them's names is Abe, and he's like blue or green skin or something like that. And they're all essentially slaves. They're like on their hands and knees with brushes, and they're cleaning the floor, and they're at this meat processing plant, essentially, and they're just trying to keep things clean and, you know, the factory running. And the sligs are in charge of shooting them if they try to escape or, you know, get a little mouthy or something like that. And so one of the signs in the background says something along the lines of, you know, do you have an idea to make the workplace better? Report to a slig for your execution, or something along those lines. It's not the same word for word, but that message stuck with me back when I saw it in like 96, 7, and 8. And now it's just morphed into the beatings will continue until morale improves. Is basically where we're at. Oh, and maybe it was Abe's Odyssey. I think Abe's Odyssey is the first one. Exodus is the second one with the bone. They found a burial site for the Mudokons, and they're taking their bones and turning it into a drink. Abe's Odyssey, I think, is the first. Get up. Follow me. Boo-hoo. It's a great game. Really good concept. Money's good. Things are good in the town. Oh, we got a lot of workers. Okay, so the numbers have come up. We were kind of waiting for population to increase. Ooh. Got some chanting going on. Charcoal hut, stonemasons. Okay, we've made most of that stuff. I think the most important thing is maybe we got to work on like metal production. So what are we short on? We need more iron. Iron smelter needs more coal. So we should probably up our charcoal and coal production. Okay, so let's work on that. So let's get our bailiff to go out and start looking for more natural resources. And then I want to see if we can get more coal. And we have a couple charcoal burners, I thought. There's one there. Yeah. Well, I could put a charcoal burner here for now. I don't like that position, but I think we're going to put one there just to get the numbers up. How do I rotate? Oh. Got it. Okay, we'll put one there, and then I think I should get another. Get these numbers up. Maurice with the big O10. Thank you very much, man, for the big O support. A couple more charcoal burners up here if they're out of town. Get out of town, man. More iron ore there, too.
20 years. Thank you so much for the streams, the screams,
Mm-hmm.
the rants, and of course the hair.
Oh, yeah.
To many, many more years from your fanboy Morris.
Thank you, Maurice. Didn't I have like a iron mine? Okay, there's an iron mining camp there. All right, I feel like we should add a few more iron mining camps here and there. I think that's going to be 3, 6, 7, 8 jobs there. And there's more iron there too. Oh, we can hire somebody there. Okay, so we should pump out more coal and more iron ore. And then we'll get more things supplied there to make common goods. So we're making like, you know, forks and knives and things made of iron for these people. So this game's pretty much make the best situation and environment for the AI to thrive. Something like that, yeah. And it's a very much creative game. And I think that honestly, the very best thing in this game is that you can make your own custom churches and, you know, buildings for like, you know, your bailiffs and your manors and stuff like that. And I want manor lords to get this kind of stuff too. I want to make more custom buildings in a game. And I think manor lords would be great too to have like, I like it when a game lets you build a building and then like upgrade it with modular. You know, like you build a charcoal pit or something like that, and then the game lets you add like another pit and another pit, and then you can hire more people. So rather than making more and more buildings, you're just improving what you have, which, you know, happens all the time. Build a lumber camp, and then you need more lumber, so then you build more tents for people to stay there and work. Makes sense. Yeah, things are going real nice in the village. About to have some more jobs. Bum, 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 bum. Let's see. Yeah, I want manor lords. The manor itself is a good start. I want there to be a custom church that you can build. Monasteries and stuff, I want manor lords to go down the foundation route. And just let us build monasteries and cathedrals and whatnot in manor lords. I mean, to start from nothing in manor lords, to build up a town to a city to like a metropolis, like a medieval metropolis, would be cool. It would, of course, take hundreds of years, but nobody has that kind of time in a game. But I'd be all right with that. Like, okay, well, to go from a log hut to a cathedral in 50 years probably isn't accurate, but also I'd be fine with that. I wouldn't want to wait around for 200 years just to start a cathedral and then another 250 years to just to quit. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, we got lots of food. How are we doing on meat? 47. Cheese is okay. Clothing, lots of good clothes. That's good. So coal's now up to iron ore is 9. So good thing to increase those numbers. Your voice is so soothing. Thank you. Yeah, just wait until we play RV there yet and nitroglycerin blows up and scares me. You'd probably play Manor Lords after 50 years, yeah. Well, I mean like in-game years. Like going 50 years would take a while. 250 just to start a cathedral that takes you another 250 years to complete would be quite the task. Well, we have 114% happiness. Wow. You watched RV yesterday. What's cool? It was a frustrating as hell experience, but it got much better when we got past that part. We're in for some fun tonight. Looking good. All right, and then more workers will go towards the charcoal and the iron ore mines. Bum, bum. Venturing out into the blizzard to snowblow the driveway. You won't be leaving, Jay. No need to do that. Bum, 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 bum. Have you done a top 10 or top 5 games you've played so far, played this year so far? Well, I didn't do a video on it, but we have talked about it a few times because of the Game Awards. But I would like to pick like to nominate 3 and then pick a winner for each of the categories that I've enjoyed, like City Builder and like Survival Game or like AAA Adventure Game or something like that. I'd have to take a little time to really think about it, but like off the top of my head, like I've really enjoyed The Altars, and I've really enjoyed Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I thought 2 Point Museum was amazing, as well as some of its DLCs. I think the price of that game plus how much you could do in 2 Point Museum is a complete trap. Like, I'm actually kind of glad I didn't play their recent DLC called Zooseum, where you go out and collect it basically turns it into like a zoo, which is genius because the aquarium aspect of that game kind of played like that too. So those games are just I could play that game forever. It's really good, and that's amazing because I feel like these other games like Mega Bonk and these kind of like these survivor games, you know, like Vampire Survivors-esque, like, you know, games like that are really addicting. But 2 Point Museum was addicting in a way that was just another level. And the story for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 made me want to go to the Czech Republic and see more of what I'd already seen before. Trotsky Castle, Ratte. You know, I went to just these little pubs and stuff that mark historical places that don't look like much now, but they were very important in the game. And they reference them and stuff like that. And that's amazing. Any game that gets you into history is really cool. And then The Altars, it was great to meet the voice actor for that and, you know, see him play 11 different characters. And those are the kinds of things that I think are pretty cool. Not to mention the base building aspect of it and whatnot. So, good stuff. So those were just like 3 big ones of the year. And there's way more than that. And a lot of stuff I just didn't have time to play or even complete. I thought Ghost of Yote was fun. I didn't have time to complete it, you know. A Dying Light, The Beast was great. And I heard some rumors from some of my Polish friends that that game was actually kind of in trouble for a little while. Some of my friends from Poland who know that studio, which is in Poland too, surprise, surprise, said that they hadn't heard anything from the game in a while and they were getting a little nervous about possibly some delays or maybe cancellations, and then it came out. So it was like, okay, cool. Yeah, the beer in the Czech Republic is very affordable, yeah. And it's very good beer. They know what they're doing there. Oh, iron's still zeroed out. Okay. And coal's at 6. Okay. Well, we're only going to need more coal and more iron as we build when we get to weapons. So we'll keep that going. Do we have more than one iron mine? See, one there. Got to be more. Please play Zomboid later. Exclamation point scheduled to see what we're up to later. Or just check the channel because some streams are already scheduled for the day. So check it out. And you'll also be able to see what we're up to tomorrow. Things are always, of course, subject to change based on, you know, people who say they're going to stream with us one day and then something comes up, then we got to switch. And that's okay. You know, if that happens. Oh, damn, we had 2 charcoal burners here. Wow. So I have 2 charcoal burners here. Then I built another one here. And then I built 2 more over here. All right, well, we're going to have plenty of charcoal then. And there's even one more there. I hope we have tons of charcoal then. Ahoy. Ahoy. Ahoy, ahoy. The progression in this game is kind of confusing. It is, yeah. It has kind of more to do with like appeasing factions of medieval times, like the clergy, the king, and then like basically buying blueprints and authorization to build like bridges and things like that, and then labor, which has to do usually with kind of just building your manor and the tavern to supply the town with entertainment and generates a little extra tax dollars. Keep the peasants happy. Oh, now we're out of workers. What I really need to do is find a big iron deposit. We do have one here. And I think we'll do that. I mean, a coal deposit I want to find. And we'll have to... That's why I kind of wanted to start with coal first, because iron is... We've already found that, but I don't know about the other things. There's a stone deposit there. I don't know where the bailiff may have found other deposits. I did tell him to go search, though, for more. See if he can do another one. He might still be searching. Is there coal deposits? I thought so. I thought there was coal, quartz, iron, marble. Let's see where he's going. Oh, they can search outside your territory too. That's nice, because then you know if you're looking for a particular mineral and they find it nearby, you can buy the land over that direction. Oh, here's more iron here. Okay, so we got an iron and stone deposit here. Stone is good, especially if you're going to build a big castle. Getting a big stone deposit will really help you to get your numbers up for making rough stone to then turn into polished stone. Well, what I think I want to do is we have so much wood. I want to try to cut through the wood storage we have to make charcoal and then store a ton of that. And then maybe turn off or delete some of these charcoal burners and then go for iron. If we get the numbers to level out a little bit. Hello Raptor, big love from Korea. Well, thank you very much, Mingwang Park, for watching. I was in South Korea recently on my way to Japan. I stopped in Incheon, I think, for a little bit. And when I was at my gate, some South Korean... There's like a girl with a guitar, or no, a guy with a guitar and a girl singer were singing some... a couple of Korean songs and then a couple songs in English, which I didn't recognize, but they were... It was very weird to see live music at the gate. I'd never had a live gate performance before. I've certainly been to bars where they've had live music, but I kind of wish I was staying longer in Korea. It was pretty cool. Is there combat in Foundation? Technically yes, but mostly no. You can raise an army in Foundation. You can make weapons. And you can send the army off to go on these campaigns with the king, and they'll bring back bonuses and, you know, like benefits and things like that, like money and I think blueprints and stuff like that. But you don't get to see combat in your territory. So in this game, you can build like a big castle and castle walls and towers, but nobody will ever attack you. So it's a little... But what can happen is in the future of this game, perhaps the developers, now that the game is kind of out 1.0, and they've already done kind of a quality of life and community feedback upgrade for how building works in the game. Maybe they could start doing that now, because there are, you know, kind of like police patrols in the game, right? You can build watchtowers, and there are people who go around with spears. So one thing I'd like to see them implement first as a baby step into that would be like brigand camps out in the map. And it'd be really cool to see, you know, first thieves and bandits that you could go deal with first. and then eventually maybe bring in bigger threats from outside. So if it happens, it will be very, very slow. This game, the interesting thing is Austrive Foundation and Manor Lords are all three very big games that I like a lot, but Austrive Foundation and Manor Lords have a very long update cycle. When Manor Lords updates, it's going to be big. But it takes a while. No Zomboid scheduled, now I cry? What? What do you mean? There's a Zomboid stream scheduled that's visible on the channel. And if I go to the schedule for today's date, which is 12/18/2025, under the live stream tab, Zomboid is not listed. Okay. Oh, I see there's an issue. Every once in a while when I try to go and update the schedule, it locks me out and then won't let me make changes, so I have to like re-log in. That schedule's become a mess sometimes. But it is already scheduled on the channel. So before you ask when are you going to play, will you play, have you played, check the channel, go to the live stream tab and go to the videos tab to see if I played it recently or if something is scheduled coming up. And if it's not, then exclamation point schedule and check that. Because the schedule videos on the stream are a little bit more going to happen. Sometimes we could always change at the last second, but yeah. But sometimes, hell, sometimes I'll even update a stream on YouTube with a thumbnail, and the thumbnail won't change, or it'll be black and white, so, and we'll be in the stream. So yeah, things are always subject to change, but we're playing Zomboid later. Mingwan Park, thank you very much for the Raptor Egg membership. Thank you very much for watching, and thanks for your support. Thank you. Okay, so now we want to do... Have we ever played Foundation? No, I've not played Foundation yet. Maybe we'll play Foundation someday on the channel. Did you ever get to Surviving Mars Endgame? Yeah. When the game first came out, we did the whole terraforming thing. So we've terraformed Mars, which I feel like is the kind of like the ending. But Surviving Mars has a few different ways to play. And now there's the new kind of remastered version, which is kind of neat. There was like a big discount if you own the original, and it... Oh, it was fun to just play Surviving Mars again. For me. I liked it. I got lots of tools. What about charcoal now? How are we doing? Okay, good. Coal. Oh, good. Good, good. Coal is up 17. Iron ore up 27. Beautiful. Okay. So maybe we won't have to do the big industrial mine until we probably get weapons going. So then the iron smelter just needs more iron. So if I can find more iron deposit, that'd be great. Oh, cool. They mark it. So there was one there. Oh, there's two here. Oh, that one's out of our territory. Oh, there's one over there. Good, we got another one behind the church. One up there, but out of our territory for now. Oh, wow, there's one next to the church. Well, we're going to leave that alone. Sacred ground, you know. Alright, so we'll just build one more here. Put that there for now. You wish there was a recap in the chat to show how many hours you watched for the stream this year? Yeah, I wish YouTube would give you guys more stats on like how long you've been subbed to a channel, how many messages you've sent. They certainly keep track of all that stuff. Because this year's YouTube recap was weird. Like they gave you a like... They gave you like a, I don't know, like a label. Like the thinker, the artist, or whatever. Like depending on what kind of videos you were watching. It's like, can't you just give me the raw data? Like this year you watched, you know, 10,000 videos, which equals 50 million hours or what, you know, whatever. Like there should be a way to see how many channels you're subbed to, for how long, how many videos of them you've watched, how many comments you've left, how many times you've chatted in the chat. Why not give that data? Storage full on berries. Okay. I'll reduce their labor by 1. YouTube does tell you watch hours on premium accounts. Oh. Interesting. So much for that neighborhood now. Nobody's going to want to live next to that iron ore mine. Well, we'll just have it stop before the church then. You got 8,460 watch hours on premium. Well, I think they want you to see that number so that way you could see how much of a value it is to you. When you go to cancel premium, then you think to yourself, I use this all the time though. I think it's a thing to try to make you second guess cancellation. Good scam though. Good scam. You've watched me for 37 hours and 1 hour of ammo. Oh, that's good. Well, thanks for watching. Pay us to see your info. Yeah, it's like the credit scam. Hey, we know a secret number about you, but we're not going to tell you. But you could pay us to let us know what the number is. Our number's probably wrong, but you'll have to play by our imaginary fake rules that we made up. Also pay us. Love that. Love that. God, I gotta start a business like that. Bum, bum, bum. Well, you're quite right about that too, Frost. You are correct. We've only made $221 still on the Davenport trade. I swear I thought we were importing more. What was it? Fish? Well, maybe not fish because we're still at 406, but I thought we were importing more goods. Common wares are still at 45. Don't these houses want common goods? Actually, I can't see what these houses are consuming. You know, now that I think of it, I don't think these houses show what they require or even if there's anything in the home. I feel like these houses should display what the residents require and then how much they have. Like if they want, you know, berries and fish and things like that, and you're not supplying it, it'd be nice to know what houses had stuff. Then you could just randomly click and see who had stuff and who didn't. But what's interesting is I want to import goods. And we're not even importing that. That's fine. All things get done eventually in this game. You think you can click on the people and see that? Oh yeah, you're right. I'd like to see it via the house though, because the house, what would be nice is that like if you have some homes that are too far from the marketplace, it'd be nice to click on them and see like kind of what the range was on that. Although I feel like in this game people will kind of walk any distance to go get their food and stuff like that, but I should just made that one big square. That's all right. We can always redo that. Okay, and they want light fortifications too. So we can always put down some towers. Down by the river. Bum, 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 bum. You've been a YouTube Premium member since August 1st, 2022. Oh, good. This is nice. The All the buildings are functioning finally. For now, briefly. Wow, we had to like put 20 people into the charcoal and iron industry just to get the basic buildings to work. Crazy, but good to see them. Also, devs, I'd like to see darker smoke coming out of those chimneys. You know, a black smoke for the charcoal would be great. And then perhaps a white smoke out of the houses would be nice too for, you know, firewood. Be a great attention to detail. We'd appreciate that. Thanks. I'm just going to connect these all up then. Yep. I think I want to leave that little triangular area there for a nice square. Be nice. Immersive smoke, yeah. A little more smoke coming out of the houses would be nice. But remember, chat, wherever there's smoke, there's BK. Raptor, cassette tapes have an A and a B side, so it's logical that the successor would be CD. And then after that, Crispy Bacon, probably EF for electronic format. For like MP3s and stuff. You might be onto something. Happy birthday for your awesome channel. Thank you, Biggie. That's very nice. Yeah, 20 years this channel's been around. I can't believe I haven't gotten banned yet for telling the truth and hanging out and playing games. Seems like that's illegal now on YouTube. What? We have somebody gaming and hanging out with their community and not making AI slop? Quickly! To the helicopter. We must stop them. And let's see. Cool. Does anyone use their iPhone to chat? Been having an issue with the YouTube app. When I go to type, it keeps saying subscriber only mode, and I have to exit out and come back for it to work. That's interesting. I did hear a few people saying that, where they were having trouble with chatting, saying it was in subscriber only mode, which we are to like stop bots and stuff from coming in. But yeah, a lot of you are already subscribers. That's weird. Very strange. Congrats on 20 years. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. That's been a good time. Mostly, I think really since 2018 up until now, I've been like going real hard into it. So I think the next, you know, when we hit like 20, well, I can't believe I'm saying this, 2028, that'll really feel like 10 years to me, for real. It's been wonderful. Now we got Christmas around the corner, and More fun mandatory streams coming. It's gonna be great. Boom, 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 boom. Subscriber only mode on your Android too. Oh yeah, we're gonna use this mine later. I just don't have enough people to like fully work it yet. And I had a lack of coal, so we're looking for coal right now. We're working on a couple, 2-3 things at a time here. Boom, 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 boom. You close out and go back in and it fixes it for a bit. Weird. Oh, you discovered this channel by watching Space Haven. Ah, that game was cool. I like the art style of Space Haven. When do I feel like I'll complete this map? Probably never. I think what usually happens is I just kind of get bored and I like to restart. You know, like a new... I'll play this for a while, we'll go play some other games, and then I'm thinking to myself, like, oh, I want to play Foundation again, and then I'll see an update coming out soon, and then when a new update comes out, I like to kind of restart, because with a new update, I feel like we should make a new city, and then the cycle repeats. Also, I'm trying to make more charcoal to burn through all the crazy amount of logs we have to free up storage for other stuff. You've been watching since 2020. Well, thanks for watching. And we get so many nice comments, too, and so many people ask some really great questions or suggest some really great games or ideas to do things differently, so... Just like the developers who watch us and take your feedback, I try to do the same, too. And chat comes up with some really good game suggestions I haven't heard of, which is nice. Apparently there's an indie game that was supposed to, like a small project, it was supposed to come out earlier this year. But apparently it's going to be releasing next year. It's called Grand Theft Auto 6. Apparently they're trying to release this game. It must be a small team to be facing so many delays. It's rumored to be coming out, but I haven't heard too many people talking about it, really. Can you build a massive castle? You sure can. I have a hill that I want to go build a big castle on soon. But of course, to build a big castle, we're going to need to clear out all that land, and then when all the materials are out of there, then use some of those materials to build the castle, and that'll be cool. I wonder if we could just build a 45-degree angle here and call it good. Okay. You're old enough to remember the Let's Play series before streams. Those daily uploads were a treat. Yeah, I completely agree. I think the streams have allowed me to play more games complete, well, to not always completion, but more, we get to see more of a game. So, you know, like if I do a 3-hour stream, kind of used to almost be like 6 30-minute videos. And then sometimes I would like try to show more of the game by jumping ahead and skipping certain things, and people would be like, well, I don't want to see it off, like I want to see you do it. I don't want to. People wanted me to see actual things being built, and there's ways to do that. Like, you know, you can lay out a bridge, and then cut to, you know, you could show, hey, I'm going to build this bridge, then you lay it out, and then you cut to the middle of the bridge being constructed, and then you cut to the end when it's built. But if you come back and say, hey guys, welcome to my episode, hey, I built a bridge real quick, okay, and then you go on to something else, people are like, wait a minute, you built a bridge? They feel like they've missed out on a lot. People don't want to feel, you know, that they're missing parts of a series. I think that might be why a lot of people, a lot of the series that I watch or that I see, you know, you'll have a part 1 where like 100,000 people will watch part 1. Then it's about 50,000 for part 2. You lose like half the people who are interested in part 1. And then, and it's not always interest. Sometimes they just haven't had time to watch episode 2 yet or whatever. But, it, you know, it keeps diminishing each time there. The longer a series goes on. So you try to think to yourself, like, I want to show this game, but I also want to move on to the next thing too. And it's a very difficult balance sometimes. Speed build is the answer. That's true too, but then you don't give speed build. You'd have to show the footage sped up, so then you'd have to give your commentary afterwards. So you'd give commentary onto what you were doing when you were playing versus giving commentary when you're actually doing it. I like to do the live commentary, really, but on occasion we do. There are rare occasions where I'll do a speed build of something and then show it. But if I was to, well, if I did video series on Farthest Frontier, holy crap! Some of those cities are like, those would have been like 800 episodes. There would have been 800 videos just on Farthest Frontier, and it's like, I'm gonna do a couple videos on updates, couple videos on tutorials, couple videos on like 1.0 release and stuff like that, and then everything else is gonna be live. Because the nice thing is, at least with the live streams, check and answer questions live too. And sometimes if we're doing a video series and I miss something, it'll drive people nuts, you know. Like if I put down like a fishing, if I say, hey guys, in today's episode we're gonna build a bunch of fishing huts, if I build these fishing huts and don't assign people to it until the next episode, top 50 comments will be like, dude, you didn't assign people to the fishing huts, you know. But in the live streams, it's either A, it'll happen eventually, or B, someone will be like, oh, hey, don't forget to do that. And then be like, oh, thanks, dude. And I just hit the button. But in the videos, it's serious business. Like, performance auditing comments are insane, and they're abundant. And those people will work for free. And they'll do volunteer work on top of that. They'll work for free, they'll do overtime hours and volunteer work of letting you know, dude, you missed that, dude. How could, wow, dude, it's so, oh, this is bad to watch. Those YouTube comments do that all the time. And it'll be like I'll play a game like a Call to Arms or whatever, like a World War II game, and be like, dude, in a war, you lost a soldier in a war, dude. You're a bad person. You're bad. Oh, dude. Oh, but no actual information. Like they're pointing out something factual as if it's bad, but it's something that happens, you know? Be like, you do a gun video and you're like, hey, I'm going to shoot this gun. Okay, I shot the gun now. Goodbye, guys. And then, be like, dude, you used a bullet. You now have one less bullet than you used before. Top comment, 10,000 likes. Yeah, the dude, sky's blue. Like, what the hell? Crazy. I don't like the whole, hey man, I don't feel alive unless I'm angry. And others need to agree with my anger. Like, that's crazy. Crazy. Okay, let's start assigning some people. Want to make sure most of our jobs are filled. Tan, you started watching Banished in 2019. It was cool to play Banished again back then. We'll have to go back to it at some point. What am I doing right now? I'm just checking to see if a lot of the businesses that I built are have employees and stuff. There's another way to do it via the tab of jobs, but I want to make sure I look. I want to see on the map where these jobs are. And Real Commander Carnage, thanks for the raid as well on Twitch. Thank you. Good to see a lot of those homes getting density. Oh yeah. Oh, this density looks good too. Got some density going up. Nice. Next goal is to try to get this town to build some new houses and then get the density up there as well. Oh, the tornado that came and banished. Oh, the timing on all that was great. Congrats with the 20 years. Well, thank you. Thanks, chat. Thanks for watching. Wow. Oh, maybe today we'll get like 1 or 2 new subscribers on YouTube. Like maybe 2 people will sub. Hell, maybe even 3. I know I'm being a little, you know, optimistic. But, you know, it's a big day. Wow, look at all the wood stored up there. That's perfect for all the charcoal burners nearby. I just wish they'd stay out of the damn fields. Have some respect. Without me having to build a fence. Cohen's, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you. Huh. Yesterday's RV there, yeah, it was super fun. I know. We'll have more of that coming up here soon. Not sure with the 20 bomb. 20 years, 20 bomb. Thank you very much for the support for the chatters. Exclamation point gift in the YouTube chat if you'd like to be gifted a membership. You have to have that turned on to allow others to give you a membership. Memberships are great on YouTube. You can support the channel that way. Get a bunch of different emotes, badge next to your name, and chatters. I think gonna work on some Christmas emotes to try to have in the next couple of days for the rest of the year and maybe into January. And then also some new badges for those of you who've been members for so long. We're getting real close to Christmas, and I think I should have did it a little earlier, but I got busy with some other projects, so we'll see what we could do. First video you saw was Donna Man and Ostrieve. Donna Man is so damn cool. The developers of Donna Man before that game made a game called Planet Base, and now they're working on a sequel called Planet Base 2. And so far it looks pretty similar to the first game, but I think what they might be trying to do is to build onto the first game directly and then add even more stuff to it. So it might end up looking like maybe Planet Base 1.5 or something like that. But I feel like they're going to add a lot of content to where it feels like the original game and then double the size. And to that I'd be alright with. Because I don't know what if they were to make a Donna Man 2, I feel like they'd kind of have to do the same thing. Like there's not really too many options for like house building. You know, for the Neolithic age, like they were made only of like stick and stone and hide and leather and stuff like that. So it's not like they could look too much different. But if they added more depth to each of those ages and then added more ages to go to, I hope we get a Dawn of Man too. I really do. Farming in that game was a lot of fun. There was no fertilization or anything to it, but it was always cool to have like crops at different times, you know, that were harvestable. Like lentils and chickpeas and whatnot in the spring or earlier in the year, and then your wheat would come later for making flour and bread. Oh, and the game had a water wheel too, which was fun for the making flour. I want more games to have water and wind power. Timberborn's got a lot of that, but oh boys, now we've traded up to 238 coin with Davenport. Whoo! Got a ways to go, but we're getting there. Congrats on 20 years. Well, thank you. All right, let's take a look at jobs. Actually, keep doing prospecting, and then oh, there's not too many buildings that don't have a worker. Okay. I'm okay with these numbers. Some of these are shut down, or I didn't want to fully hire everybody. Okay, so it looks like we got max jobs now. For the time being. Peggle Deluxe and Peggle Knights, 213 views 14 years ago. Yeah, that's one of our first videos. And then I went into playing World in Conflict, which was awesome. When we hit 1 million subs a couple years ago, I went back and looked at... I think there's another game called Revenge of the Titans, too, which is I think it was like a turret defense game where, you know, enemies would come down a path and then you had to, like, put little towers and stuff on the path to shoot them before they got to your base. Did little reviews like that to practice. Those are not bad reviews. They're pretty short and sweet, but I didn't really know what the hell I was doing. Yeah, 2005 was a crazy early YouTube. Like, I think this channel's older than... I mean, the account was made, you know, before like Angry Video Game Nerd, Townsend's, PewDiePie, MrBeast, like a lot of channels that, and I didn't do anything with the channel for a while, so I kind of started around the same time. And even when I started, it wasn't anything really like consistent, you know. Remy, thank you very much for the 6 euros, dude. Thank you.
What's the name of this game? Nerd face emoji, embarrassed smiley face emoji.
Well, of course, this is Foundation. One of our, I'd say this is probably one of Chat's favorite games that we play. Any city builder, Chat, it is Chat's big favorite. Chat's big favorites are city builders. Especially those that are like like any sort of prehistoric or like medieval. Yeah. You hadn't even graduated high school in 2005. Yeah, same. Yeah, I think I looked at the date. The 18th of December was a Sunday, so it must have been. I must have been going into like the week off of school, like before Christmas or something. I think they gave us the week, or maybe it was the next week. I don't know. But I remember in late 2025, or in 2005, watching increasingly more like YouTube and being like, oh, this is cool. Early YouTube was wild. Like videos were in 240p or something, 360p. And then like when you started a video, you pretty much had to immediately pause it for it to like buffer through, so you didn't get like that interrupted video. So you'd go and try to find something, and a lot of YouTube too was people just re-uploading episodes of like modern Marvels and stuff from World War II off the History Channel, and like people hadn't really figured out yet how to make their own videos and like be in front of a camera. A lot of people were just like in front of MacBook Pros talking about like, hi guys, this is my X-Men 3 review. It was pretty cool. I like Jean-Luc Picard. He's a good actor. Okay, bye. And that was the video. And people would be like, dude, great review. Like, you didn't really... Like, nobody knew what the hell YouTube could be, and nobody really knew what they could or should do. So everybody was just like, all right, cool. Like, everybody would just watch everything because we had no idea what it would be. And it was truly the only, like, way to kind of learn about games as well. Like growing up, we eventually got G4 TV and Attack of the Show, and that was amazing. To have any sort of actual television show about games and technologies was freaking mind-blowing. We had nothing. You had Game Informer and a couple magazines that they try to, you know, dump on you at the GameStop or the Funko Land or whatever at the time. And that was it. It was either Word on the Streets, which was actually like the playground at school, you know, friends would tell you, dude, did you get this game? Dude, did you get Medal of Honor? What was it? Medal of Honor. The hell was the Pacific one? Rising Sun. Dude, did you get... Oh, dude, it's Christmas. Did you get Driver 2, dude? You know, like that's all you got. Like there was months of hype of hearing of a game, and then you get it for Christmas or... that's it. We get like 5 games a year. There'd be like 10 big games of the year over a course of 12 months. You'd maybe get 4 of them, and then your friend would get 4, and then you'd like share and stuff, and that was about it. So there were you couldn't look. I mean now you can get out some wine and sit down and review a review. You know, someone will sit down and have like a 45-minute deeply detailed video, and you're like, that was a wonderful video, and that game looks very interesting. I won't be buying it. And then you just take a sip of your wine and like. But think about how much money you could save, too, by just watching someone else play a game. It's crazy cool.
I know, just kidding. And I love that AI song of what's the name of this game.
Oh, yes, yeah. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, G4 was cool because, like, when I started seeing that on TV, it was really awesome when we started seeing people actually, like, reviewing games on YouTube. I mean, a lot of early YouTube, too, is people... It was either low-quality... what was it, Bandicam recordings, or like people basically recording their screen with low quality, low frame rate, or people pointing a camcorder at the TV, and then you'd have like a weird echoey TV, like the camcorder would capture the volume or the sound of the TV, and it, you know, sounded like somebody filming in a bathroom or something, because even a high quality camcorder in 2005 was just nothing like your phone now, you know. You had a subscription to Electronic Gaming Monthly? Oh my god. And me and my friend would... I remember that magazine. You'd call each other to talk about games. We read it together. Oh, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, it was amazing when... Like, I remember I had a friend show up at my house who just randomly got, like, I think it was Grand Theft Auto Vice City or something like that. And I had no idea this was going to happen. It's just a knock at my door. I see my friend. He's, like, holding the PS2, you know, game case in the doorway. I was like, no effing way. He must have printed this out like on the computer and he's faking me out. And we played Vice City the whole rest of the probably the weekend. It's crazy. Yeah, it wasn't internet and everything was really bad for most people in America, even like up until like 2010 and a little into the 2010s, right? Like a lot of people just had dial up, and then even if they got quote high speed internet, it wasn't even that high speed. It was higher speed than dial up, so things were still shaky and unreliable and whatnot. But yeah, 2010 was really when things started to change. From like 2010 to 2013, And then, of course, people making videos on something you guys might remember called... you might remember a little game called Pokemon Go. People making videos on that and stuff, too. Now YouTube's just formulaic streaming, too. You know, everybody will have a fancy background, a fancy shelf behind them, purple and blue lights. And then they're just reacting to trailers and stuff like that. My thoughts. Because chat will ask, too. Like, you guys will be like, hey, I saw a video for, I don't know, City Skylines 2. It made an announcement. What are your thoughts? You know? Like, well, that's a good question. I'll put out a video on that. You can kind of predict what's going to happen and how to do it. Remember playing co-op with my brothers on GoldenEye N64. Oh, yeah. And then everybody, like, yelling, hey, don't look at my screen, man. And there were actually devices you could buy that would like separate the TV into like 4 squares or whatever, so you could sit in different positions to play without cheating.
Tenacity, perseverance, extra long hours you pour every day into your channel is evident to see. Many congratulations on 20 years today.
Oh, thank you, Cozy Joe. Thank you very much. When I started playing, we got games either by copying from friends or ordering it via the mail, via magazine ads. No internet yet, not even dial-up. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, borrowing games from friends, sharing back and forth. Yeah, I remember I had a group of like 5 or 6 friends, and we would share like PS2 games and like games for Windows XP and stuff. Roller Coaster Tycoon being shared back and forth. You guys remember we got a couple games that came via you know, CDs in the cereal boxes too. That was crazy. You were in the Navy, and when we went to Hong Kong, we could buy pirated software floppy disks. Ooh. Oh wow, yeah. Playing SmackDown. Hey, does stores still have? I don't really go to the gaming aisles anymore when I go to department stores, but do stores still have like the display of game, like, you know, they have the controllers set up in the TV. Do they still have that? I don't know if you can still actually play game. Maybe Nintendo. No. Would the Switch have something like that? Switch 2? I feel like Switch would try to set that up, maybe. Some do. I bet it's still a thing at like GameStops or like specific game stores. But I don't know if I could go into a Best Buy or like any other department store and see like a display setup. Maybe. Who remembers demo discs and 8-bit? Oh, yeah. Bro, PlayStation Underground, when those CDs came, I still gotta see if somebody has a review of like Pizza Hut PlayStation 1 demo discs and PlayStation Underground. Bro, when some of my family bought PlayStations, you'd get like the demo disc and maybe they got like one game, and we must have like 10,000 hours on like the Gran Turismo, Crash Bandicoot, Metal Gear demo discs, and then like Wipeout. Like the original Wipeout or Jet Moto, whatever racing game it was. It's crazy. A few places in the UK still have demo consoles set up and new games on them. I think, you know, I think it was a couple years ago, PlayStation released like a 25th anniversary video or something like that. And it was like a beautiful, I was brought to tears by this. It was a gorgeous like video of like a teen in the UK growing up with like a PS1, and it kind of showed his life progression of like he would get the PS1 and he'd have friends over and stuff, and he'd have different clothes and smaller shoes and whatnot, no posters on the wall. Then he gets to the teen years with the PS2 and the PS3, and then, you know, you could see he's suddenly starting to take an interest in other things, like bands and stuff are starting to be on the posters on the wall, movie posters on the wall, and his room's a little messier. There's more books on the desk. He's got a different desk. He now has a computer, that kind of thing. Time goes on further. Now he's got a PS4 and whatnot. There's like a flat screen monitor. The computer's replaced with like a flat screen monitor. There's different, bed sheets now. He doesn't have the Barney ones anymore. Now he's too cool for that. Now he's got like some really slick looking cool pattern for his sheets, and the room's even more messier now. Shoes everywhere. And then the room starts to empty. Where's he going? He's moving out. He's got a job. He's got a girlfriend now, or he's going to college or something like that. And it's just like, to see time pass like that. I think this was before I think the PS5 was just coming out, so like he didn't have it yet or something like that. But just to see game consoles is like a time capsule of like, this console comes out, and then when the new console comes out, that's kind of like the end of the life of the old console. Not always, like they still make games for the old console, but people have the time to move on has started, and life is like that too. And it's just like blows your mind when you see that. Remember the PlayStation T-Rex tech demo where you could control a T-Rex with the controller? Holy crap, I do remember that, yes. And I think, wasn't there like on the PlayStation 1, wasn't there games you could play, like if you started a PlayStation without a disc in or something? There was some secret where you could where there was like some games you could play that were hard-coded onto the system. Also, I remember there was a Cube puzzle game we played on PS1 a lot too that had a demo. I think it was called Cube, like spelled Q-U-B-E or something like that. The Random Cookie, thank you very much for 10 gifted memberships to the YouTube chatters. Thank you very much. Tony Hawk Underground PlayStation 2 made my music list. Oh my god, dude. Okay, chat. We all are so lucky, especially if you're from those eras. So many bands before they took off, and so much music, so many soundtracks, not only just through Guitar Hero and the other like purposeful music games, but like all the skating games and all the BMX games, and like Kelly Slater Pro Surfer and all these other, maybe like the Jet Moto games and other games like that had wonderful soundtracks of bands that were popular at the time, but then they like blew up right after, or they would have some classic songs on there. A lot of music of like punk bands and whatnot, which seemed like they were from California or whatever. So much good music you were introduced to, and I cannot separate those bands from that game anymore. I can't think of it as each of those individual bands are like an album from that game. It's the game's album. The game made that album. That's what I think. Like that, the game made that music, not those artists. I can't separate it and think of it the other way, where it's like, they contacted 8 different bands and got 12 different songs or something like that. I can't think of it as the other way around. Like the one song, "I Want to Be Sedated" or whatever. I can't even tell you what band that was from, and I know. I have to look it up every once in a while, and then I'm like, okay, I gotta remember it. It's from this band, and then I can't. All I can remember is from Tony Hawk. It's the Tony Hawk 3 song. I wanna be sedated. Like I can't think of it from anything else. I can't undo that. It is now firmware in my brain. I can't. Yeah, Need for Speed Underground. Oh, the racing games. Oh my god, Gran Turismo 2. No, 3. The 2 and 3 had like the Cardigans and a couple other songs I hear to this day, and then I just have this flashback of driving around that oval with the giant windmills on the side of the road, whatever map that was. It's just like a smaller loop. The Ramones, right? Yeah, don't ask me tomorrow what band that is, because I'm not gonna remember. It's like, what band plays the song "I Want to Be Sedated"? Oh, that's the Tony Hawk 3 band. Dude, people tell me I have to look up the Ramones all the time. I had a friend who was really into the Ramones as well, and a lot of other music, and I just can't do it. I can't do it, dude. You have to do racing games on the channel, please? I would, but then I'd have to mute all the music, because the trouble about music, especially in today, is that sometimes if you play a game, not only do they like take the monetization, which is one problem, which is like sometimes that's fine and whatever. But the big problem is sometimes they'll block it internationally, like you can't, like after the stream, it's like the video's deleted and nobody would be able to see it. And then everybody asks like, dude, where's the video? So the only way to get it back is to like mute the video 3 minutes at a time, and then people are like, why is this muted? There's like a huge section of muted. It's like, well, it's the only way to like save the video, you know? I want to do it though. 24 hours to go. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I can't not think of that song without thinking about doing ollies and sick grinds. There's a Ramones museum in Berlin. Oh, you mean a Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 museum? That's cool. Hood Babies is missed. Yeah, I can't play Hood Babies. I can't even play, bro. The song, the Mentos song is now copyrighted. Like, I used to play that all the time, and they got on to me. They're like, we can't let him advertise our product for free. What the hell? PS1. Let me see if I can find the PS1 nostalgia commercial. I don't know what to type in for that. Oh, maybe I'll type in PlayStation 25th anniversary. Oh, there it is. Oh, what the hell?
Peggy 18.
No way. There's no effing way. This video is from 2013. No way. I thought this video came out like during COVID or something like that. No way. No way. For the player since 1995, this is the commercial I referenced.
Peggy 18.
No, this is from 2013. Look at the formatting. It's not even full 1080p. What the hell? I thought this came out like 5 years ago. Wait, actually, is it narrow because of the... Oh shit, this is going to be copyrighted as hell. Okay, we'll just watch. Well, this might be why I'm misremembering the commercial. I couldn't even remember that it was not 5 years ago. It was way more than that. Oh, there he goes. He's popping. Oh, look. Did you see the magazines on the ground? Look at that. Oh, I thought it was like Game Informer or something like that. Oh, my God. Guys, remember going to the video store and getting the clear plastic cases for when you rented movies and stuff? Sometimes they put games in those. A lot of times they had like the Blockbuster logo, but you get the clear ones every once in a while. What's he gonna play? What are we firing up? Oh, the god tier PlayStation 1 sound. Oh my God! Hold on. Now we gotta dive deeper into a deeper reference. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna cure everybody now. This is like in a roguelike game or whatever. When you go to like the hot springs or the fountain, or you find like a wizard who will heal you. I'm about to heal everybody in chat. Whatever ails you right now. I'm about to put a spell onto chat to cure their timeline for today. All the things that are going bad in your life today, they're going to get better. Listen to this. All right, plus 4,000 damage. Chat is now immune to all damage for 10 minutes. Go jump out in front of a train. Well, no, don't do that. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Don't do that. Don't do that. I forgot it's 2025 and corporations exist. I forgot. Okay. Anyway, let's go back to the... What? Well, is he playing MGS1? Oh, Barrett was on the wall from Final Fantasy VII. What do we got here? Parappa the Rapper. He's got the Final Fantasy VII cool borders, dude. These are blurry as hell, and I could even remember these. That has got to be Metal Gear Solid 1, the VR missions. Oh my God. Oh, and Crash Bandicoot. Oh, that's got to be Final Fantasy 8 or 9, I think. 9. Oh, it's got the friend over. Oh, we got Aerith on the wall. Oh, now time has passed a little bit. Oh, we got the Domino's pizza on this. Oh, friends are over again. Oh, we got a girlfriend now, boys. Things are going good. Oh, New Year's 2000 probably. Oh. Things are being removed from the window. We're getting a little more mature now. Oh, yeah. Oh, yep. There's all the punk bands and stuff. Oh, we graduated now. Oh, don't do that. Oh, did you see this? This criminal. Oh, do not push the damn... He pushed the tray. You don't push the damn PS2 disc tray. You press the blue button. This kid would have been banned from my house. By the way, fun fact, chat. Did you know that on the PS2, the PlayStation logo, you can actually turn that 90 degrees? If you lay the PlayStation down like that, there's a way to actually take the PlayStation logo and click and turn it. You can actually turn the PlayStation logo to be correct whether you put it vertical or horizontal. This kid would have been banned from my house, though. He touches the CD tray. Don't touch the goddamn CD tray, Trevor. Oh, got the new shoes going. Oh, we're gonna be late for work though, but we got to get the big win. Oh, he's leaning in. That's a full lean. What are we playing? Resident Evil 4? Oh. Oh, city's getting built up now. Oh, yep, yep, London's getting the thing. The gherkin, I think. Oh. Oh. Ooh, look at the old laptop. Domino's Pizza ad again. Domino's paid big for this one. The PS3. Oh, and there's the flat screen TV. And now everyone's high. Oh, Little Big Planet. All the controllers are wireless now. Wait hold on a second. There are 3 people holding controllers. The kid in the hat, the kid in the glasses, and the kid in the back. There are at least 3 people playing. But there are 2 cars on screen. They are absolutely on the devil's lettuce. How high do you have to be to pretend to be playing? Are you kidding me? There's so many plot holes in this commercial. What the hell? Did no one notice this? No one QA'd this? Okay, now we're back to the 2. Now wait a minute. How the hell? Why the hell does he have headphones on? And he does not. The hell? Why? One's the little brother with the unplugged controller. None of them have plugs. London skyline changing again. Oh, now we got to be in our approaching the mid-20s now. Oh, room's cleaned up a little bit. Oh, is that the PS4? Oh yeah, PS4. Wow, 2013 for PS4? This commercial must be to commemorate the PS4 release then. Yeah, it's London, yep. Oh, and we're getting back to the roots. Sony PlayStation PSP there on the floor. Really? PSP? I thought those were dead before PS4 came out. Killzone, Gran Turismo. There were a few games there. Oh, there's all the logos. PS2, PS. Oh, dude, I cannot see the PlayStation 3 logo without thinking of Spider-Man. It's the same exact font. How did they not think of this? This is for the players. There you go. This is for the players. PS4. God tier commercial. God tier commercial. 2013. I swear I thought that was at the end of the PlayStation 4's life to introduce the PS5. I swear. Wow. That's Drivers Club. Hey, you guys remember the game The Getaway? I think that also took place in London. I think that was a PS2 game. That was a great game. I think there was Getaway 1 and 2. I might have to go. We're going to have to go back and play some PlayStation 2 games on the channel, chat, because some of them are just fire. Some of them are just too damn good. I'd like to go back and play all the, like some of the old school racing games, but I don't think, I mean, there's a lot of other games to play too, and a lot of them have like, if it has a remake or a remaster, I'd rather play that because of how easy it is to do in comparison to like getting an emulator or something like that. But of course, I own all the games I'd want to play, and I'd like to get them to work, but it's a pain in the ass. You know, a few days ago at the Game Awards, Ace Combat 8 was announced, called Wings of Thieves. And before that, there was Ace Combat 7. and I went to Bandai Namco Studios in California to like launch that game, Ace Combat 7. Now, I didn't get a chance to play 6 because that was on Xbox, but I loved 5, The Unsung War, 4, Shattered Skies, and then I never played any of the other ones, but I love that whole universe. Very cool. The getaway with the main character, Marky Boy. You beat the game fairly quickly, but it was good. Dude, we played the hell out of that game, and I didn't know that in the getaway, when your character was wounded, you could like go up close to a wall, and he'll actually like lean up against the wall, and you could heal that way. You know, like you take a shotgun blast to the chest, and you're about to die. That can be healed up real quick if you just brace yourself up against a wall. I had no idea. Raptor, Sony made it so you could change the theme of your PS5 to look like the menu of the iterations of PlayStation. Mine set to the PS1 intro screen with the sound and everything. Oh my god. I'm going to do that then. I did see when the PlayStation 5 had come out, and I think they were releasing the PS Pro. They did like a PS1 version of the PlayStation 5, and that looked cool, but at this point, look, chat, of all the money I've given to PlayStation over the years of buying their consoles and games, and especially in a different way by going to pawn shops and spending all my Christmas and birthday money around around late May, early June, when we would go on summer vacation, I'd take all the Christmas and birthday money that I've been saving, go over to Pawn America. I'd ride my bike with my friend over to Pawn America. We'd buy tons of PlayStation and eventually Dreamcast games too. That's where I played Shenmue for the first time. But yeah, PlayStation owes me a sponsorship at this point. At least they did send me a key for Ghost of Tsushima at some point. And I was like, what? PlayStation's messaging me? I got all excited. I finally made it. After clearing out a small business loan worth of PlayStation purchases, I got one free game. Huzzah. Okay, let's see. Well, things are going pretty good in the town. More people moving in? Okay. I must have missed a few move-ins with my giant rant, but we had to go down memory lane. We had to. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, yeah. The getaway would also... The car would signal on what way to go. I don't think there was a GPS. You just had to follow the indicators on the cars. Funkoland was pure theft for games. Oh, you mean like when you would go to sell your used games? Oh yeah. Yeah, you could buy like 4 or 5 brand new like what were they, like $49, $59 at the time for games? Remember that? Remember when they were affordable? They weren't even affordable back then. But and then you turn around, you beat beat all those games that weekend, go right back to where you got them, $3. It's like dealing with the dude from Pawn Stars. Like I've got 4 games that just came out 3 days ago. Ah man, best I can do is $8. And then they turn around and they put them up again for sale for $30 each. Criminals. New consoles suck though, yeah. Well, I want to do a replay through of Ace Combat again, and hopefully get in contact with Bandai Namco and get early access to Ace Combat 8. I also really thought Wings of Project Wingman was a great game. The talk about PS4 dying makes me chuckle since I'm watching right now on a PS3. Really? You're watching on a PS3? That's sweet. Well, by dying, I just mean like people moved on to the next console and the developers or the company doesn't really support the console anymore. But PS3 was god tier because that version 1 PS3 could play PS3, PS2, and PS1 games. And at that point, I had all 3. So, like my PlayStation 3 library was nowhere even close to being near my PS2 library, which was like the most amount of games that I ever owned for a console because of the whole Pawn America thing I told you about. And PS1 was a little smaller than the PS2. PS3 I didn't have anywhere. It was probably the least amount of games I bought was for the PS3, but they were like some of the best games, like Little Big Planet and stuff like that. And Modern Warfare, all that stuff. I have a PS4 round that I bought to play Ace Combat 7 on, and we actually, I think there's VR missions, and I played the PlayStation 4 VR missions for Ace Combat, and also a couple other games like Moss. And now that I got the PS5, the PS4 is like in another room, like hooked up to watch YouTube videos and stuff too. So yeah, when I watch YouTube later, it's usually on the PlayStation as well, which is cool. All right, we got to do some more projects. What do we got? 10 people. Okay, good. We got enough to make some more changes. So what do we need more of? More steel. Ooh, they got plenty of iron ore over here. Huzzah. But still looking a little light on the coal. But each one of these buildings uses coal. Wait, is that a lot of coal there? Oh, there's 41 coal sitting there. Okay, never mind. They got a lot of coal. All right, good. Oh, you've been scouting for Foundation streamers who aren't streaming in French or German. You came to say hi. Well, hello. Yeah, I got a lot of videos on Foundation and a lot of other great city builders too. So thanks for being here. You got your PS3 packed away in the closet? Yep. Yeah, those are some good consoles. I had a PSP, and I remember having a movie I think called Stealth. I think the PlayStation Portable. I didn't have a Vita, I had a PSP, and I think that came with a movie called Stealth. And then there was like another disc that showed like, you know, the power of the PSP with a bunch of other random stuff on it that you could do. Maybe like a game or two, and then like some music videos or something. I believe it came with a song from the artist Freak-a-Leak. Yes. The one song where it's like Monique, Tara, LaShonda, Freak-a-Leak. I remember that. Remember, chat, remember? Are my houses tier 2? We got a couple houses tier 2, yep. I'm just starting to get a few people to be from serfs to commoners, but first I was focusing on building more houses and then upgrading them, so we're trying to get these houses upgraded. We're getting there. PD Pablo, that's right. Yes, that is correct. PD Pablo, that's right. Imagine being contacted by PlayStation to be featured on the PlayStation Portable. Hello, Mr. Pablo. We'd be interested in featuring your music on our new handheld console. All right, that's cool. Oh, excellent. You remember playing Army of Two on PlayStation 3? I brought this up a couple of months ago, but put a 1 in the chat if you guys remember a game series by the name of Mercenaries. Does anyone here remember Mercenaries? I think for the PlayStation 2. And then they made a Mercenaries 2 game that was like in South America, but I thought the first game being in North Korea was way more interesting. Way more.
20 years. Congrats. There will be stale cake in the conference room. CHR for your $5 Starbucks gift card. Here's to 20 more. Now get back to work.
Creo, thank you very much for the 5. That is great. Thank you very much. A lot of the chatters remember Mercenaries. I think that was an EA game, actually. It may have been. Yeah, Mercenaries to me kind of reminded me. I liked playing Mercenaries about as much as I liked playing Battlefield Bad Company. And I think, of course, Battlefield Bad Company had the better writing and more interesting story. But I kind of remember them being like the same to me. Like they were different games, but they were like the same amount of fun to play. I was like, I'm getting bored of Mercenaries. I'm going to go play Bad Company. Then I get bored of Bad Company and be like, I'm going to go play Mercenaries. And just back and forth. Oh, Mercenaries was Pandemic. Okay. I still have the original, disc somewhere. Okay, let's try to... Oh, yeah, Mercenaries kind of was like Just Cause as well. Yeah, they had a similar vibe, too. Yeah, there were a lot of games that were different and not so similar, but they kind of had the same, like... Once you were in that mood, you could play those types of games all day long, because when you get bored of that game, you'd just be like, I'm just going to play the other one. Yeah, Mercenaries 2 took place in... Mercenaries 2, when we played Far Cry 6, all I could think of was Mercenaries 2 and Just Cause. Because Just Cause was always, like, in the Far Cry format that eventually kind of... Far Cry kind of further feels more like... As Far Cry went on, it started to feel more and more like Just Cause. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Okay, we need more... Oh, wait. Wheat is being harvested. Got plenty of stone. We could do more polished stone. I need to get some of these polishers away from... Actually, we could upgrade these folks. We could output more polished stone if we bring them up now to the commoner tier, which I think we're able to do. So if I go to the mandates... Okay, I want to sort by job. Yeah, so all of the... What are these people called? Maybe stonemasons? They're probably stonemasons. Happiness is 95%. Okay. All right, I'm going to start upgrading the stonemasons. And maybe the tax collectors. And I think the bakers also are suited to be commoners. Where the hell are the bakers? Oh, maybe they're already upgraded. Oh, yeah, okay. So the bakers are happy already. All right, cool. Just a couple 2-3 upgrades. Then I think they'll get nicer houses, too. So we got a few houses that are upgraded, especially around the old church. We got some rules for our churches in this map. When I make a church, I try to make it small enough to where it can hold 51 people, so the church doesn't get too out of control. And I'm also trying to build the churches a little differently each time, just to see, just to see. Just Cause was a lot of fun back in the day. Dude, games that were basically Michael Bay simulators where you were Hero McDudebro and you were just tasked with the big mission and you were just sent in to just blow stuff up. I don't need to, look, you give me an automatic weapon and a big O truck and like a grappling hook or some sort of gimmick or something like that and just tell me that, hey man, there's some bad guys out there. We got to go blow up the bad guys' stuff. All right, cool. Like, that's all I need. Like, if your game is going to be that, all right, cool. I can get behind that. Sweet explosions, plenty of weapons and stuff. Let's go. Hell, arguably, I think Ratchet and Clank, had a more interesting and, memorable story than, any of the Just Cause games, but, they were still fun. I didn't really care too much about the story of Just Cause. It's just hey, you're a cool dude sent on one last mission. You got to go blow up some bad guys' stuff. All right, cool. Let's do it. Oh, looks like we should upgrade these guys too. Iron smelters, blacksmiths, and iron smelters. Okay, so let's upgrade these guys too, so they get a better output. Okay, some blacksmiths. Oh, I don't see them listed here either. We must have already upgraded them. What about iron smelter? Bum, bum, bum. How many soldiers can you get? It depends on how... Like, you know, you just got to make the weapons for them, I guess, or import them. I mean, I think I've had a military up to like 50 troops or something before, but you don't... At a certain point, when you send your troops off, I think you just kind of auto-win in terms of battles, and I don't think you have to have it too high. I can't remember, though. It's been a while since I've done that. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, the freestyle skydiving. Oh, right. Yeah, because in that game, couldn't you, like, pull a parachute out at pretty much any time? So you could, like, jump onto a truck and then, like, shoot your grappling hook at it or something and then just, like, hang glide behind the car. It's kind of like when Marty McFly grabs on the back of cars and stuff. And Back to the Future. Don't need money. Don't need no credit card. We have no more immigration because I think there's no open jobs. Well, actually, there are open jobs. I'm just kind of not giving them that on purpose. Congratulations on 20 years on YouTube. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. What do I want to build? We could unlock something. What do we got under progression? We could finally go down the tavern tier, but if we're going to do taverns, I think we're going to want to start making our own beer. So let's celebrate today with some beer. Let's do some ale farming. Well, you know, hops. But, or we could also do... Actually, wait. Before we start with that, maybe we should make a place for our tavern. Because I think the tavern can still... Oh, right. The tavern itself can brew... It has a berry brewery within the tavern. So we can start with a tavern. So maybe we could put a tavern in the new town over here. Which is kind of cool because, you know, like a tavern on the current edge of the map is kind of like an inn to welcome people to the town. And then when I expand further, we could do a tavern here. So we could do a tavern here. I don't want it to be too close to the church, though. But we'll put like a tavern there. And maybe I'll get rid of those charcoal burners eventually and do... Well, actually, I'd like to move the cow farm out of here. And oh, yeah, perfect. Okay, we can eventually move this cow farm, the ranch, and then put a tavern here and then a bunch of houses around it. But the tavern's got to be a little bigger than we think because the brewery's not small. So let's do that. So let's unlock the tavern. Manor House Village Architecture. Oh. Tier 2 labor privilege. Well, we're unlocking the tavern. Oh, and there's a Tavern Splendor package, too. Oh. Let's get that. Ooh, and unlocks the Inn Lodge for your tavern. Nice. And also we need to get paved roads, too. A lot of people want paved roads in the town, so we'll do that. So we need more influence from labor. But I'm pretty sure if we build a nice tavern, that'll get us nice. Tavern next to the church is fine. Well, I don't want it to be direct. I want there to be a little buffer zone, just a little bit. Don't want the drunks throwing up directly next to the church. Like, the next block over is fine. So we can build a public lounge, service counter, berry brewery. Oh, we don't... Ooh. We could just build a brewery separate from the tavern. Okay, so maybe we should first build a brewery for the berry brew. Which isn't necessarily a wine, but we'll just maybe consider it to be like a cider. We'll consider it to be a cider. And then we'll make a actual tavern. So where do we build a Big O Berry Brewery? Big O Berry Brewery. Tavern in the church. Okay. Steam sale in 15 minutes. Oh, are we getting the Steam winter sale in 15 minutes? Okay. Start your wallets. I feel like up there would be a great place for a berry brewery. That actually would be really nice. Yeah, near berries. Yeah, I'd like to do that too, but a lot of our berries are kind of like tucked into weird corners next to mountains and logging camps. Like, a lot of my space is already kind of taken here. I think we'll put it up here. And I'll make it a cool, like, let's build a wall around it first. Let's build a wall for this place. And actually, I thought there was, like, decorative walls that were, like, almost bigger. I thought there were some really big walls we could unlock eventually. City fence unlocks elegant fence, but I think that's just a pretty stone. Oh, there's city fortifications, but I don't want fortifications. Well, we'll just start with this, and yeah, we're gonna brew some member berries. Well, we've been doing that all day today. Just bringing up old games and stuff. Well, we have plenty of raw stone. A fence would be good too. But honestly, all these houses kind of have wattle fences for now. Maybe we could go with that. I'd be alright with that. This seems like a huge spot to build, but alright, I'll start with the brewery first then. And then back there, maybe I'll just regrow some trees or something. Alright, let's build a new modular building. So, we're going to build a tavern, but we're going to convert it to a brewery. Okay, so what do we want it to look like? I can put two of these together. Ooh, that kind of looks kind of like a little shed kind of thing. Another thing we need to consider is like storage capacity and whatnot. So like the more little buildings I add to this, the more interesting it'll be. Oh wait, I don't. Oh, I thought this was like double-sided. Well, that's fine because we can just flip it and add two, and then boom, right there. Booster, 1 month away from 69 nice months. Best kingdom builder played by the best streamer. You play this game? Oh, Booster with the little self-advertising in the chat. Thanks, Booster. It was good to meet you a few years ago, and I hope to see you again, and I hope you're well. Booster plays a lot of this game, too, and many other city builders, so if you'd like to watch him, exclamation point Booster in the chat, too. This is cool. All right, I think I want to build a brewery that kind of looks like a main building with some, like... I want there to look like there's buildings that have, like, a vat in there where they're brewing stuff, you know? Oh, wait. Oh, that's made of stone. I don't really like that as much. I really like this kind of thing, yeah. All right, I think we're going to go with this. So I'm going to make the main building. Booster says I'm a close second. You're right. Hey, Booster's really good. He was also playing a great game on our channel a little while ago. Strange Horticulture, and Strange Antiquities came out, and those are amazing games. And Booster was doing his first run on both of those, and I love those games. So check out his first run. Now I feel like this is a little too long. Oh, actually, I like that. That's nice. Wait a minute, chat. What if we do this? I haven't done something like this before. If we do... If I could put a door there, that would look amazing. Oh, we can. Look at that. I think that would look so cool. Unfortunately, I can't put like an awning over that. I want there to be some sort of a... something over the door. Actually, I could get away with it with this. Or maybe even this. Oh, apparently this adds splendor. Yeah, I hope the developers make more strange, whatever, horticulture. Oh, they got my full support. I love that game. Oh, look at this, chat. We're like Uthris tier now. I wish there was a way, though, to, like, remove windows and things like that, you know? Because, like, if we build this here, it's going to block that window. I wish there was a way to, like, maybe change the... maybe to put our own windows in. If they had a detailing update, which allowed us to put windows and lighting and stuff, like in Tiny... or Town to City or whatnot, or Tiny Glade, that would be cool. I'd feel a little less stressed. Alright, well, we'll put a door there. But I'm going to put a nicer door. I think that's good. That's kind of our brewery building. And I could add another thing onto the side of that. Ooh. Oh, now we're starting to... now it's like we're in the Alps. We're going to open up a ski lodge. But it kind of adds to the whole thing going on. House needs a DoorDash box, yeah. Need a patio outside for patrons. Well, this is just the brewery itself, but I do agree that you are correct when we build a tavern. I believe are required to build little picnic tables outside. Now that I think of it. Okay, let's add like a little couple 2-3 buildings off to the side. Yeah, building looks pretty nice. I think maybe we'll do kind of like a separate building here. I think this needs to have a door connected to it to count. Oh. Oh, that's cool. That does look like a little utility shed. That's cool. I do want it to look a little bigger, though. And then... that looks pretty good. The citizens are demanding a Starbucks. Okay. Well, we'll have to play for a couple hundred more years before highway robbery is invented. Oh, that looks pretty cool. Now we'll do a square door. Oh, that's great. Oh, it needs to have 2 connections. It doesn't think these 2 buildings are, like, connected. Oh, it'd have to be like that. Oh, that's weird. Well, alright, maybe we can get away with a thatched cabin. Alright, that's a little better. Little storage barn, that's fine. Alright, we'll do something like that instead. So then I'll move it over here. What happens if you put the door on the side? It would probably work then. But this actually might be a little smaller, which is good. We also need a chimney. That's a little big. Can we put? Oh, we could put one at the back. That'll be good for doing the brewing. I'd laugh if building the tavern causes the city to become a new map in the Tavern Keeper game. Oh, Tavern Keeper is great. That's another one I forgot about as being a really good one for the year. Although that dropped into early access, so I kind of like... Sometimes when I really enjoy a game that's in early access, I kind of don't want to keep playing because... You know, I want to like experience it as a whole. Okay, so it's all going to be a berry brewery. Love the windows around back. So the tavern's going to have this look too. So if we build a tavern, I feel like we should kind of build it a little further away. Or at least decorate this building differently to where it looks more industrial. Yeah, maybe we'll build a wooden nook here and then put a door on it like chat suggested. I want this to look like maybe like a firewood shed or something. Which we can't get the look exactly right, but we can get it close. And I want it detached. So it doesn't block the window. Although I could put it here. Well... Yeah, the building looks a little too long to the side like that. Although I could do that. Well, yeah, that looks weird. If I could get this building but to be half the size, it would be alright. Let's just build it close and we'll... Ooh. Okay, that's better. Like a little supply shed. Because this is not the tavern, this is just the brewery. For berries. Wait, that's a red for connection? Oh, it has to connect at the end? All these goofy rules for some of these buildings. Damn it. The more I fiddle with it, the worse it looks. Damn, this would be perfect if the rules were different. Damn, that'd be the perfect building. Whatever. Anyway, what will this add? Brewer capacity 5, storage capacity 110. 110 sounds like a pretty good amount of storage for this before things get sent to the taverns. I could add an extendo barn across the way. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Additionally, what I could do is when we make an actual brewery for ale, we could put it as part of this facility. Because right now, this is just going to be brewing berry brew. But what we could do is, like, we can continue to build this into, you know, build things into this corner that are for brewing. Ooh, I like that. Actually, I do. If I put a door on the side, I think we're good. Actually, no. Let's do this one. Ooh. I think we'll just build that as is for now, and if we need to make changes, the update makes it so we can move some of these buildings very easily. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you can put buildings inside of a building to like artificially inflate it, which is, it does sound cheesy, but in a way, I guess you could think of it as like you're paying a higher material cost for maybe something you couldn't see, like a cellar below the building. So you're right. Like you could definitely take like two. You could take a barn and then another barn and put it on top of each other, and it would be double. It'd be the same size but double the resources. But you are paying for something to get something in return. So I feel like it's a little more fair. It is a bit cheese, but it does work around the limitations to the pretty generous custom building stuff. But yeah, there's more to do. So then we need to do a hop farm, but then boom, we could put a brewery in right in the back, like that. Like, we could definitely put a brewery in here. Or even put it like, oh, right there. And then we could wall this area off here. Oh, that's perfect. And then throw some other decoration in and grow some more trees around it or something. We don't have any hop farms yet, so that'll be the next thing we have to do. But that's what's next then, is a hop farm to get hops for bunnies, so then they'll brew our beer. I think that's how it works. And then in real life. And then there's our brewery. So then, but I think what I want to do is build the taverns next too, because at least we can make some money from the taverns, because I think they can make, we can have people stay, which will make us money at the inn. And then we can also serve meals with like meat and cheese, which will make us more money. And then we just add the beer on later. Like, it's not the main thing, but it'll do. So then where do we want a tavern? I really want to put one here. Like, I really want to get rid of this cheese and farm thing. Not get rid of it, but just move it. You know? You do that by hiding ugly buildings inside pretty ones. Ooh. Chat's got tactics. And we got 10 unemployed workers, so that's definitely going to employ some people there. And then I might need to get even more berries, although we have 420. Nice. 420, bruh. Oh, that's cool. Bum, 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 bum. You know, next to markets might be a good spot for brewery. Oh, you know what? Right there. We're not cutting down any trees anymore, so we'll put the tavern right here. And it's kind of close to the brewery anyway, the first one. All right, boom. So that's going to be location, tavern location number 1 here. And it could probably serve both towns, but maybe we'll do one here or here. Or hell, we could do an inn and a bar separate too, I guess. But we could do one. We could do one here. One here. I want a third one. I think what I'll do is I'll just buy the land up here and then just make one like over this way. Because oh, actually, wait. I don't know if I can. Oh, we're at the edge of the map, so I can't buy that territory here. So we'd have to, or what I could do is buy the land here and make a tavern nearby. Or additionally, we could cut down all these trees and move a logging camp somewhere else and put a tavern here, which would be a great option. And then we just keep putting the logging camps further away. I don't want to completely remove some of these trees. I do like them, you know, separating neighborhoods and almost looking like their own cities. Not too bad. We got options, people. We got options. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. So, what do we do next? I guess we get this building out of here and start working on a tavern. So... okay, that's the maximum size. Okay, a tavern on the hill overlooking the town with some nice outdoor seating. Well, yeah, if we buy more of this mountain, we could probably put it over here. I think we might be able to put a town up on top of this. Wow, yeah, having a tavern here, you could look over all the towns. Pretty. That is an option. Oh, yeah. Okay, so service counter sells tavern resource types to the villagers best suited to commoner. That's tough because commoners already live in kind of well-established areas, so we'd have to kind of delete some stuff. But going forward, we could do that just fine. Public lounge required to welcome patrons to the tavern. Well, let's start with the service counter. And we'll do an L shape. Or as I like to call it, a lull shape. Lull. Need flute guy at the tavern? Oh, our good friend Pablo? I think that's his name. Guy's great. Must be that clean living. Yeah, pure gaming. Living off of pure games. Ooh. Alright, retrospect, it might be a little better to build on the... maybe over here, a little more flat. No. Damn, that house is in a good spot. Congrats to 20 years on YouTube. Well, thank you. Appreciate you. Oh, this needs to snap, I think. Oh, it does. Oh, look at the roof. It's off slightly. Ugh. Unplayable. Well, maybe the bigger section could be for the inn. Oh, this is going to drive me insane. Some good discounts on the Steam sale. So the Steam sale's begun? Did the big O winter sale start? You know, if you go to the Foundation Steam store page right now, you'll see a very handsome and talented YouTuber playing that game. The Steam Winter Sale has begun, now through January 5th. Ooh, oh, I gotta get this game and play this with the gang. Drive Beyond. We played the demo for this. This game was hilarious. We gotta play that game. Oh, wow. Detroit Become Human. I think we got to play that on the channel too. Ooh, these are so tempting and juicy. Dead Island 2 is only $5? God damn. What? That's a $50 game for $5? Damn. Oh, and Overcooked is a classic. Ooh, Vane's on sale. Let's see how much Foundation's on sale for. If I could learn how to spell. There it is. Oh, 23 bucks for this game. On sale for 33% off. Who the hell's... Oh, there's somebody live streaming Foundation right now. Who could it be?
Or a visitor location for like a horseback messenger to arrive and give us the news of the king needing this and that and whatnot.
Oh. Sounds like... that guy sounds like me. What a weirdo. Oh, that's cool. This game's on sale for 23 bucks. Sweet. Oh, if you'd like to get it, then the Steam sale's begun. Spread the word. Also, I think the Epic Game Store has like a new game pretty much every day until the end of the year or something like that, right? Like there's like extra. They usually do one every like Thursday, but there's extra deals. Oh, Control is on sale for $5. Oh, I got to play Escape Simulator. I want to play that with our group too. Mega Bonks on sale for $7. How lovely. Black Ops 7 is on sale for $48. Interesting. Space Marine 2 is 60% off. Great game. You heard Red Dead 2 is going to be on the last day? I heard that too, on the 31st of December. Yeah, I think. Okay, we got to make a cool looking tavern here, folks. Oh, come on. Why can't this flush up? Is there a way to turn off snapping? Well, that doesn't look so bad, actually. If I do this... Dude, why do these not link up, man? Damn. And I unlocked more pieces for the tavern, right? Is there any more? Ooh, paved roads. We got to get that. City Market is cool, too. I think we got all the pieces for now. Okay, let's build ourselves a sweet tavern. The leak for Epic giveaway is fake, but everyone keeps repeating it. Oh, for Red Dead? Okay. I mean, we'll see, I guess. I mean, oh, wait, don't we have the complete lineup for the Epic Game Store? I thought some... I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, the tavern's not going to give me the look I want, I think. And the thatch cabin is a little too small. Damn. Like the only building we get is the thatched hall. The cabin's fine, but there's like no... There's like one window on that. Roadcraft's 30% off. I heard Roadcraft got some new DLCs for vehicles, or really, I think it was a free update. I thought that added like 3 new logging vehicles or something. What's up, Superman? Welcome aboard. I think I gotta go with this. Maybe I can't make it as artsy as I want to. So we'll just go with the one main building up here. Yeah, I think we'll do that then. I really wanted to try to get an L shape in, but the game said L no to that. Why do they not snap in? I'll put the, maybe the seating over there. I'll have to put a fence around this place, too. Oh, that is the nicer... Oh, the fieldstone wall. Although I don't like the torches next to that. I would love a slightly shorter wall for the church. We could put that around the tavern, but that looks a little weird. It does add security, though. But this would be a cool structure to put around, or a fence to put around, like, blacksmiths and, like, your military buildings. Making weapons. Yeah, it looks like a defensive wall, too. Elegant fence. I think we'll go with a wattle. Waddle like a duck. I'm going to just give the tavern some generous space to start with. And we'll maybe let that shrink down a little bit. Okay. That's a start. Might have to come up with a funny name for our tavern, too, as is tradition. Oh, snapping is here? Okay, thank you. When I'm building this tavern, I'm thinking of, like, you know, manor lords and stuff like that. I thought we were supposed to put things outside. Oh, there's way more options here. Oh, yeah, so we got footbridges and things, yep. Yep. Ooh. That would be cool to put over the entrance. Maybe we'll have an entrance here. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is 50% off. Wow. Oh, look at these nice options. Ooh, this is going to be a complete stun lock and decoration. Oh, boy. All right, the fence is going to be a placeholder for now. I'm definitely going to move that. Oh, wow. Oh, that's nice, man. Damn, this is lavish. Load Toad, thank you very much, man. Thank you. Ooh. Tavern building is an extendo 3-hour stream. Starting to look that way. I really don't... I don't like these options, though. Hey, what's up, Indrid? Welcome back. I really want this type of a building that's not thatch, man. I don't like the thatch. I don't want it. The Raptor and Rose Tavern. You mean the girl from Titanic that dies? Oh my god. Okay, the smaller building's kind of cool. Okay, now arguably this bridge should count as a connection between these two, because like if people walk in here, go into this building and there's a bridge between the two, wouldn't it be implied that they're able to reach the other side? Insane. I'll put a little thing there then. So what I'd like then is the tavern to be able to be entered there. And we could put some more buildings out here. I don't know for what. Happy 20 years. Well, thank you. Oh, chat's damn nice. Thank you. Suspiciously too nice. I think chat wants something from me. I think they want me to stream another 20 years. Fine. I'll stream for another 20 years, chat, but not another year more. Now I'll still be playing games in 20 years. Bro, why do these not link up perfectly? Look at that. That beam is not... Oh, it's unplayable. It's torture, this game. Torture. The beams don't lock in. Unplayable. The 20-year tankard. Wow. The hell is that supposed to be? I don't like that. OCD, I know. Well, I kind of wish I would have built up here now, because the ground's not much more flatter than that. And certainly not flat there either. But this is going to be... Yeah, actually, this is all marked as a service counter, and this building here, or one of these buildings, should be marked as a... Can I repurpose this building as something else? Okay, add a sub-building. An inn. Alright, this should be our inn here. That has a capacity of 7. And then what if I add fancy decorations to that? Does that do anything? Mike, thank you very much. Or Mick, thank you very much for the 5 bomb for the chatty chatters, dude. Thanks, man. Love to see it. I thought there was like a balcony I could put outside. Oh, that's kind of nice. That doesn't match though. I feel like there's more stuff I gotta unlock. Large tavern balcony. A gazebo? We might be able to put a gazebo in. I also need to figure out what the difference between that and the hall is. Too far over there. So the service counter has a taverner capacity of 5. Taverner capacity, is that people who work at the tavern or who can be guests at the tavern? And this has a storage capacity of 115, so that's good. Yeah, I'll probably unlock new decoration types, yeah. And that can hold 7 travelers. We're going to have multiple inns, so this doesn't have to be like a hotel, casino, you know, buffet show hall. Required to welcome patrons to the tavern. People who work, okay. So from what I recall, 5 is a pretty good number. 5 people working there, that seems like the right amount of number for the customers. Like 5 seems like a lot, but 3 would seem too small. So we got room to grow. So service counter is for serving like the drinks, and then we've got the public lounge, and then that's for drinking. But if I would have made that like the service hall, that would have been too small. Well, I guess we could put a public lounge here. And then... so that can have 14 people drinking. What does this add? That adds 4. So each of the big buildings are 10. Which is funny, because this only allows for 7 people to sleep. Well, I guess an actual room would be bigger than, like, table space. So that does make sense. I guess. Oh, actually, that looks cool. Oh, it clips through the damn window, dude. What if I had another cabin? Well, as always, of course, we can edit these buildings, so... whatever. Okay, we could do the main entrance right here, actually. And then we could put a sign above the tavern. Is that... can you now put an entrance there? Well, what the hell? That has a node on the end of it, but it won't snap? That's strange. That's okay, that looks fine. Now we got plenty of area to add trees, some picnic tables outside, right? What I really wanted was the barrel sign out front. Required to be attached. Oh. I think I have to select that building, that's why. Oh. That's part of the service counter, that's why. That's part of a separate building. Okay, so let me delete the service counter's door. Then go back to public lounge, then make that the public lounge door. Ah, that's why. Okay. And that also explains why I couldn't put the barrel on the door, although it requires to be attached. Damn, this is going to be an absolute monument here. Well, what's left and right do? Oh, you can change what it looks like? Oh, let's go with these then. Oh, wow, we could put ivy on the side of the building? Game of the year. Wow. I don't know where we put... oh, we have to put it on this, the wooden pole. We have to put a wooden pole out front. Can't put it on the door? You know what, I'll put it this way, hanging out that way. And then I can put one over there, too. Nope. Okay, I'll move it. There we go. And then... we can also do a simple metal pole. Oh, that only attaches to certain spots. And then some tavern banners, not tavern bangers. Oh, those must go on the poles too. Okay, so we can add more poles to the inside and decorate. We can add decorations later. That's fine. Well, let's do this as like the tier 1. Then we'll, you know, add more decoration. We'll go build another one. Congratulations on 20 years of streaming. Iconic milestone for truly legendary creator. Thank you for the laughs, the hype, and the memories onward and upward. Well, thank you very much. Very nice. Thank you. Okay, I think we're going to add way more stuff. This is just like the skeleton of our first tavern, which is a little bougie and big, but I think it's got to be too, because we can add a ton of cool decorations around it. And church is going to be mad, but it's all good. Because this is like 3 buildings in one, right? We got to have the place for bartenders and storage, place for public drinking, and then we got an inn in there as well. So it's really a 3-in-1. Pole dancers. I don't care if they're from Poland. I don't care if they're Czech dancers. It's fine. That's fine. Kutenborg is here to stay. Benjamin, thank you very much for the 10 months as a member. Thank you very much. Save and quit. All right, guys, I'm going to take a little break before we get started with RV There Yet, and then more Project Zomboid tonight. So thank you very much for not just watching this stream, but watching over 20 years of content. 12,000 videos on the channel, almost 500 million views, and over 1 million subscribers, rocketing towards 2 million, and 20 years of not being banned or deleted by AI. Quite the accomplishment, honestly, especially over the last year. Anyway, thanks as always for being here and being the #1 community on YouTube. You guys are like the founding fathers of YouTube by being part of the channel. Or like the cornerstone, the foundation of YouTube. Thank you very much for watching on Twitch as well. And thank you very much for your long-term support. I'll be back a little later today to continue the celebration, but I wanted to bring you all to a video talking about the 20 years on YouTube and kind of how I got started and rambling about just the occasion, I guess. It's really a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and really not too many channels, I think, can say they've even done 20 years. And I don't expect YouTube to even mention it or care, but I care, and so do you guys. So thanks for watching, and enjoy our video on 20 years on YouTube. I'll see you all in a bit. Thank you very much for watching.